Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Blackford Sports Network, home of your Blackford Bruins. Tonight's contest is going to be at Blackford against the visiting Oak Hill Golden Eagles. The Eagles have traveled all the way over from Swayze, Indiana, Sweetser area, Swayze, and Converse to play your Blackford Bruins. Look for this to be a really tough competition tonight for your Bruins, as the Bruins have quite a few injured players or players that aren't going to be playing at full capacity or just aren't going to be playing tonight due to either injuries or COVID-19. And right now we're getting ready to start senior night. You can see the cheerleaders down getting some pictures taken. But Chris Landis getting ready to take over on the mic to bring in senior night here at home.
We are waiting for Oak Hill to exit.
Well, get them off the field already. So we're waiting on Oak Hill to get off the field, and while we're doing that, why don't we just have a little short conversation with our good friend. And I know he doesn't have the hair of the guy that I was expecting to be here tonight sitting next to me, but he had class, and school comes first, as I always say. But Chris, how you doing?
Doing well.
Good, good. So what do you expect from tonight's game?
I think it's going to be a close game.
Mike, a little bit closer.
Okay.
Can't hardly hear you, but
okay.
There you go.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a close game. I think both teams are very competitive, and both of them would like to get a win heading into the sectional. So I believe on John Harrell's site it was a one-touchdown prediction, and I think it'll probably be that way one way or the other.
You think so?
I think so.
Even with
is everybody healthy? I guess I should.
Yeah, no, they're not. Not on our side tonight.
Okay.
We've got Quentin Tier, who will be out this week due to COVID-19 protocols, and then we've got Bodie Malott, who will only be performing extra points and something else that doesn't really get him involved due to, I believe it's a concussion. And then on top of that, there's somebody else that has a shoulder issue tonight. I can't remember who it was. Might be Seahigh with a shoulder injury tonight. So don't look for the Bruins to pass much tonight. But as far as I know, Oak Hill they have plenty of players out there on the field right now, and they are finally getting off. And with that, I'm going to turn the mic over to Chris and let him get underway with the senior night presentation.
Okay. No, you're fine.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Still taking people in and out of the lineup.
Yeah, of course. That's always last-minute preparations.
The Athletic Department of Blackford High School welcomes you to a special night of competition and recognition. Tonight is the night reserved for special recognition of senior cheerleaders, band members, and cross-country athletes. Some of our seniors have completed their seasons, while some are still preparing for tournament competition. Whichever the case may be, the dedication to their endeavors remains the same. To those who have closed their seasons, we say job well done. To those who have yet to complete tournament competition, we wish you well and want each of you to know that we are proud of you individually and collectively. You have represented yourself, your families, and Blackford High School well. It's your night, your moment to be recognized and honored for accomplishments through competition, academics, and special interest. Without further delay, we will begin with our first senior. Alyssa McFeely. She is escorted this evening by her mom and dad, Heather and Ryan McFeely. Alyssa has competed on the cheerleading squad for 3 years. Her future plans include attending Ivy Tech to study nursing. Alyssa McFeely.
Now we're going to have.
Next is Kendall Hess. She is escorted by her mother, Heidi Hess, and father, Kyle Hess. Kendall is in her 4th year as a member of the marching band. Her future plans are undecided at this time. Kendall Hess. Next this evening is Lance Manley. He is escorted by his mother and father, Lorna and James Manley. Lance is in his 3rd year of cross country and 4th year as a member of the band. Lance's future plans are undecided at this time. Lance Manley. Next is Braden Smith. He is escorted this evening by his mother and father, Doug and Misty Smith. Braden is in his 4th year as a member of the band. Braden's future plans are undecided at this time. Braden Smith. Next is Gavin Wolfgang. He is escorted by his father, Jonathan Wolfgang, and grandmother, Susan Wolfgang. Gavin is in his 4th year as a member of the band. His future plans are undecided. Gavin Wolfgang. The next senior to be announced is unable to be here with us this evening, Kylie Darnell. Kylie was in her 2nd year as a member of the cross-country team, and her plans are undecided as far as what college she will attend, but she is going to go for psychology. Again, Kylie Darnell. Kendall Shear. He is escorted by his mother, Dawn Shear. Kendall is in his 2nd year as a member of the cross-country team. His future plans are to attend Liberty University or to go into the Navy to be a pilot. Kendall Shear. That's it, right? Ladies and gentlemen, your 2020 senior cross-country athletes, cheerleaders, and band members. Seniors, congratulations and good luck. Well, we had to take out 2 or 3 of the 9 that I had. Okay.
I believe so. Once it goes, just tap.
Okay. Okay. And actually,
All right, that is your seniors for the 2021 school year. And here shortly we're going to be having the national anthem by Ava Milholland. And I think I'm going to try and get a mic over by her as well. Let's see if this is going to work. Nope. Oh, we got to turn it down. Now let's try. Let's see if that works. Well, we got to turn them both on. Now, oh, there it goes. Boy, that sounds cool. I like that. Maybe we'll just do this from now on. Have 2 mics at the same time. I don't know why the athletic director is laughing at me, but here we are.
At least you called me the athletic director this time. Not the fake thing you did.
The band looking well disciplined this evening. A little smaller than normal. It's a little crazy. Little crazy. Hard to imagine. You don't mind me holding this up by you, do you? All right, cool. Unless you want to hold it. Huh? You don't want to hold two? Yeah, like you're eating a cheeseburger? All right, I believe they're singing the school song. I'm pretty sure that player with the bum shoulder is Carson Seahigh because when they were, he's going to play, but probably not going to throw much. And that's why I'm pretty sure it's Carson Seahigh because I think Ed was telling me he's not planning on throwing the ball very much. Quentin Tier is out. Quentin Tier is out, and Seahigh and Malott is very limited. He won't be doing kickoffs. He won't be doing punts. All he will be doing is extra points and something else. I'm not real sure what it was. But it was something that wouldn't require him to take a hit of any kind.
And now, the school song for your Blackford Bruins.
I thought we were getting ready to do the anthem. So with all of those players out, this season has been one for the record books. And for those of you that have been watching for any length of time to Blackford Sports Network, the leader of the Oak Hill Golden Eagles, senior, number 2, Clay McCorkle, will be quarterback tonight for the Eagles. And he was pretty good last year. But just not good enough to overcome those senior heavy defense that we had last year for the Bruins. So I look for him to have a good game today, and hopefully the Bruins will be able to limit what he does. But should be an interesting game. We wish him all the best, just not his absolute best. We kind of hope he doesn't do all that great, but does pretty well, just for the sheer senior fun of it. But we don't want him whooping up on the Bruins at all, so we kind of hope that he doesn't have a good game in that aspect. So a little tough to go off of tonight. But
presenting the colors will be the Blackford High School color guard.
Color guard moving in.
Vanessa Carroll, Gabe Foster, Sissy McNeil, and Madison Merkel.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh,
And that was Ava Milholland for the national anthem tonight. A very good job by Ava. Let's see here. The colors will be exiting. Yeah, I noticed. They figured it out. They figured it out. All right.
That was Blackford High School sophomore Ava Milholland singing your national anthem.
All right, so here we are. Hey, Dr. Nolly, how you doing? It's a good day here at Blackford High School. A little bit on the chilly side, but that makes it great for football.
Performance level in order to maintain the integrity and spirit of high school.
All right, with me tonight again is going to be Chris Landis. And then at halftime, I had a young man reach out to me from Oak Hill and asking me to talk some basketball. So hopefully he'll be coming over here at halftime to talk basketball with me. And I'm sure some of you would love to talk basketball. So he'll be over here. He is a student from Oak Hill High School by the name of Grant Schaus. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. On Twitter is, I think it's at Grant_Schaus. So we will have him up here in the booth hopefully tonight. Hopefully you got my Twitter message to come on out. And here is your Bruins taking the field right behind the cheerleaders. And I really do feel for them this year, running with those big flags and those masks. A little bit on the rough side, a rough start for the day, but here we are, ready to get this game underway. I believe we should be having the coin toss coming up here for the Bruins. Again, I want to say a special thank you to our sponsors, Dave Montgomery at Dave's Car Corner. And just as promised, I went in there Saturday morning and bought another car. I bought a 2014 Chevy Cruze from Dave, and I got to tell you, it is a beautiful car, and what a great deal. It was well taken care of, and my wife so far is happy with it, and we will dub it from here on out the Dave's Car Corner Chevy Cruze. So in my household, we have the Dave's Car Corner Jeep and the Dave's Car Corner Chevy Cruze. So by the time it's all said and done, we might have two more cars, and Dave's Car Corner will just move into the Herd household.
You've got stock.
I do have stock now in the Dave's Car Corner.
Blackford wins the toss and defers. Oak Hill will receive the opening kickoff.
And the handshake, the mock handshake, I guess is what you would call it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, the fake handshake.
Oh, man. Here for the free publicity, Tim, the non-sports guy. How is Oak Hill this year? Oak Hill is not too bad, but the record does not show how good they actually are. Do you know much about Oak Hill?
You're talking to me?
Yeah.
I know they've improved tremendously.
Yes.
Since last year and the last couple of years, they kind of went through that cycle where they were young and down, and they are on the upswing definitely right now. The week after we did Elwood's game, they turned around and won a game and put up 51 points, and I believe that they're on the upswing as well.
If memory serves me correct, they beat Mississinawa this year.
I just know that they had a great game the week after they played us, and that had marked three weeks in a row. They played excellent, and they finally got the win column.
Right. So with that being said, to answer your question, I would say that they're a pretty decent team, to be quite honest and to be frank about it. My thing just fell apart. Don't do that on me. Oh, you're going to do it to me.
Well, I don't really want to open that up and freeze, so I guess I'll just deal with it.
Yes, you will. It is a chilly night out here tonight. Blackford kicks off. Not a very good kick. Lands at about the 30-yard line. Oak Hill out to about the Sorry about that, folks. Oak Hill looked like they got out to about the 40-yard line, give or take.
Oak Hill returns the kickoff to the 39. Looks like they will mark it. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Golden Eagles.
1st and 10, as Chris said. Let me get the scoreboard up for you. But 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the 39-yard line, at their own 39-yard line. It looks like they have just one receiver out wide, one lone back, and they are in that
looks almost like the Eastbrook
the
offense.
Eastbrook offense. They get the pitch out. He's out to he fumbles it. The ball is out, and it looks like this could be anybody's ball, and it does look like
Carry
he
was
did get
by number 21, Avery Mills. Oak Hill recovers the fumble after a 15-yard gain down to the Blackford 46. It'll be 1st and 10 for Oak Hill.
Tristan Hayes with the fumble recovery. It is a first down. And as Chris said, it's at the Blackford 46-yard line, so a nice pickup by the Eagles. Again, and another handoff to number 12, and he gets tackled by number 1 of Cam Elam at about the 41-yard line, a 5-yard pickup. Again, the quarterback for the Oak Hill Eagles.
On the carry, a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
Is Clay McCorkle.
So that first play is how you want to start the game and isn't how you want to start the game.
Yeah, all wrapped up into the same play.
Wrapped up into the same play, that's right.
Exactly. So, again, McCorkle now with 3 wideouts, just a lone back. The lone back, number 12, Taranchik. And the handoff comes back to the near side, and the Bruins wrap him up quick at the 39-yard line. And if you guys aren't following Tim, the non-sports guy,
Carry
on
by Fox,
Facebook,
a gain of 1. It'll be 3rd and 4.
if you're not following Tim, the non-sports guy, on Facebook, you should. He's a great follow, as well as his Blackford County Eats Facebook page. Tim does a really good job with those 2 pages.
And he is a great editor and shares my stuff all the time.
He is good at getting information out there. And then another run down to the 30, tackled at about the 26-yard line, it looks like. Another first down for the Eagles.
What number was that?
It must have been 45 or 12. I think it might have been 45.
Carry down to the Blackford 26 for a 1st and 10 for the Golden Eagles.
Good call of not...
Yeah. I'd rather not say it than get it wrong, right?
That's right. And definitely don't listen to me. The Eagles now with 2 receivers, 1 back. The back is number 12, Taranchik. And the fake handoff, and McCorkle's going to keep it. Missed tackle, and he's down to the 10, the 5, touchdown, Clay McCorkle.
26-yard touchdown run by quarterback Clay McCorkle.
So McCorkle with the fake handoff, takes off for the end zone on the far side of the field, gets in for the touchdown, and now the field goal attempt. It looks like it's going to be by number 6, Mark Sevier.
That was a heck of a fake because he was totally untouched.
Yeah, there was one Bruin player that tried to dive to get to him, and it was just out of reach. So a nice try by that, but for the rest of the team, nobody even close. The extra point is good by Sevier.
The kick is good, and with 9:41 to go in the first quarter, Oak Hill 7, Blackford preparing to receive the kickoff. Since they haven't had the ball yet.
Yeah, so not necessarily a bad way to start. The Bruins, the time on the clock is 9:41, so not too bad, but not the way you want to start off, letting Oak Hill get into the end zone in just, a handful of plays.
It was about 4 plays, 61 yards.
61 yards.
And 2 minutes and 19 seconds. So Blackford's definitely going to want to have some time of possession here.
Yes,
That
and
was
now
a pretty quick drive.
and now we get to see how Blackford's offense is going to stack up against Oak Hill's defense.
And listening to you with some absences, if the kids pay attention to college football and pro football, and I'm sure a lot of the football players do, they're familiar with the next man up phrase.
Next man up.
And tonight is definitely going to be one of those nights where, it's your last regular season of the game, and you just need to step up and fill in for those that can't be here. And remember, you're playing for your teammates as well as yourself, and go out and have some fun and be successful while you're doing it.
At this point, what do you have to lose? You're going into sectionals next week. You want to try to go into sectionals with a win. But as long as you just play your heart out and do your best, maybe that student or that athlete that didn't have a chance coming out of this year, maybe he's got a better chance next year of getting some real playing time. And that is a nice kick by Sevier. Elam receives it just behind the 10-yard line and walks out at about the 23-yard line.
Elam returns the kick. It'll be 1st and 10 for Blackford at their own 24.
In a situation like that, I'd really just like to see Cam Elam turn the burners on and run up the field north and south there.
Yep. What do you got to lose? Because if you break through one,
exactly,
he's quick enough. He could be going real quick.
Exactly. If he would just hit that gap or hit a player, you're going to knock him over. You're going to become an instant celebrity.
Yeah.
And probably go in for a touchdown. This handoff goes to Scott Winger, and he gets out to about the 30-yard line, a gain of 6.
Winger on the carry, 6-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 4. And I'm trusting that Steve got that number and that running back right. Very trustworthy right there.
Yeah, that's an easy one to pick up on because Winger is the biggest running back they have back there. So.
This game may come down to the trenches here. Who can win the battle up front to give those guys some running room?
Absolutely, that one goes to Hernandez up the middle, and he gets about a yard before he runs into 3 Oak Hill defenders.
Hernandez on the carry, a gain of 1. It'll be 3rd down and 3 for Blackford.
So a third and it looks like a long 3. Yeah, he did get it all the way out to the 31-yard line. So it's going to be a 3rd down and 3 for the Bruins. And as I said earlier, I'm pretty sure that Seahigh is the one with the shoulder injury. So Seahigh probably not going to do much throwing this evening. But if he does, look for it to be a short one and almost a guaranteed pass. Seahigh again hands off, and that one goes to Cam Elam. He breaks out to the 40-yard line before he's tackled.
Elam with the 9-yard gain out to the 40-yard line. That's good for a Blackford 1st down.
And this crowd needs to really get into this game. I remember when my first games, I watched it. I actually got scared. You said, and it'll be another Blackford, and then the entire crowd just went nuts saying 1st down. I was like, what are they saying?
Yep.
And finally, after a couple plays, my wife and I figured it out, and she was like, oh, they're saying 1st down.
Yep.
So then we started yelling and screaming 1st down. So false start by the left guard of the Bruins.
False start on Blackford. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. It'll be 1st and 15.
The Bruins get backed up 5 yards. They'll have it at their 35-yard line, and they need to get out to the 50.
That's the one bad thing about not being able to throw, because now now you got 15 to go instead of 10. So even picking up 7 or 8, you're only halfway there.
Exactly. But here we are, the Bruins.
They, their safety's 15 yards behind the ball, so they're still watching for the throw.
Winger again gets out and picks up about 6 or 7 yards on that carry.
Winger with a gain of 7 on the carry, out to the Blackford 42. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
And that's exactly what you need in that 1st and long situation is a good pickup.
You got half of it back.
Yep, and now you've got a 2nd and manageable with 8 yards. Pick up another 4 yards, and now you're looking at a 3rd and 4, which is still manageable.
Yeah, you wanted to be short on 3rd down.
Exactly. Seahigh with the handoff. He gives it to Cam Elam. Cam Elam gets out to the 50, and he's going to fall into 1st down territory for the Bruins.
Elam with a 9-yard pickup across midfield to the Oak Hill 49. First down, Bruins.
And this Bruin offense is really doing a good job running against this Oak Hill defense. The clock now down to 6 minutes and 40 seconds and counting.
I think they yelled first down. I may have to get back into that was a good for a Blackford. I kind of gave up on it last game. It was like, I don't know whether they're not talking or they have their masks on so tight nobody can hear them. So.
Maybe they're listening to the broadcast and they heard, Elam gets the carry and he's going to be taken for a 2-yard loss. The Bruins back down into their own territory at the 49-yard line.
Elam hit for a 2-yard loss at the Blackford 49. It'll be second down and 12.
A second and 12 is definitely not where you want to be. Anytime you get into second down territory, you want it to be under 10 yards. And the shorter that distance, the better, right?
Yes, absolutely. Especially when you told me we may be missing the punter tonight as well.
Exactly, and we are missing the punter. Again, Bodie Malott not playing tonight due to a concussion. He got into an accident that gave him a concussion. That handoff goes, no, Seahigh still has it. He gives a pitch out to Winger, and Winger drops it.
That was the longest shuffle pass I've ever seen. Pass is incomplete. It'll be third down and 12. Yeah, that was like a softball pitch right there. Scott Cagle is probably impressed with that because
sign him up.
That was a Pat Mahomes
that was
pass. Except he didn't have to improvise. I think he knew what he was going to be doing. But this is that situation. You got third and 12 that not being able to throw.
Yes,
yeah, that hurts. Although he just showed that they're capable of tossing the ball forward.
Yes, they are. The handoff to Cam Elam, he gets just a couple of yards back to that fourth down and 9 to go.
Elam with a 3-yard gain. It'll be fourth down and 9 for Blackford.
And if you guys are on here watching and you're on your laptop or you're on your phone or something like that, click off that live and click that thumbs up button so you can share this and let people let YouTube do its work and get us some more viewers. The more the better. Now we've got a fourth and 9 yards for the Bruins. Oh, and we've got an offsides, and now that's going to give the Bruins an extra 5 yards. Now it's going to put it in a fourth and manageable.
5-yard penalty on Oak Hill. It'll be fourth down and 4.
And that's where you need to be if you're the Bruins. A fourth down and a manageable 4 yards. And this they can pick up. They've proved it all night so far. 4 yards is not really that much for them against this Oak Hill defense. Maybe
they'll run the bootleg like Oak Hill did there, and Seahigh will pop free around the end.
There you go. And now Seahigh under center. Snaps the ball. He looked to hand it off, and he does throw it, and it's out of reach. Liam Gully not able to pick it up.
Pass falls incomplete.
Sorry.
Oak Hill will take over on their own 44, first and 10.
I apologize.
Sorry
That's Connor Gully, not Liam.
Okay.
I don't know why Liam just flowed right out of my mouth.
He graduated a year ago?
Probably. Yeah. Who knows? He probably did. All right, so the Eagles are going to take over on their own 44-yard line. And the Bruins did struggle in stopping their offense the last set of downs or the last possession. So let's see what they've got this time.
Got more wideouts this time. 3 wideouts.
They handed off.
Ran again, number 12.
And he has got a first down and counting.
He's going.
He's broke free.
Nope.
Oh, I think he might be out of bounds. Nope, they're giving him the touchdown.
So that was number 12, Turinchik. Turinchik on the 56-yard touchdown run for Oak Hill.
The sophomore, 6'1", 180-pound running back takes that one to the house.
It's a good thing Blackford took about 5 minutes off the clock because their 2 possessions so far haven't even equaled 3 minutes.
No.
They've got on the board twice.
That is not where you wanted to be. But again, if you guys will just hit that thumbs up, the like button for YouTube, and that way YouTube will recommend us, and we can get some more viewers and some more fans watching from around the world. Oh, that one was close, and he does get the extra point. That's Severe with his second extra point of the game. And the
Kick
Oak Hill
is good.
And the Oak Hill Golden Eagles up 14-0 over the Bruins.
Well, Oak Hill has come out running the ball very well. They're
Yes.
finding the creases, and Turnchick has done an excellent job, and then obviously McCorkle finished off the first drive. Blackford has got to find some answers for that real quick.
Yep, they sure do. They've got to find answers on both sides of the ball, really. I thought they were ball really well in the first half, and then it was once they got across midfield, and maybe Oak Hill turned on the afterburners and said, nah, that's far enough. We're going to stop you here and force you to do something maybe you're not comfortable with and force the turnover on possessions.
Well, it'll be interesting to watch Oak Hill's defense, because if they don't think Blackford can throw the ball, they'll start putting 8 in the box, and then it's going to be you're going to need Elam to break one north and south, because they're going to be loaded up there to stop the run. Now, in the same instance, Oak Hill hasn't even attempted a pass yet because they haven't had to, so Blackford may want to think about, make them throw the ball here, and let's see if they can do it.
Yep, I agree. We'll see what happens here with this next possession and what Blackford plans on doing and how Eastbrook plans to stop, or not Eastbrook. Boy, I got Eastbrook on the mind.
That's next week.
How Oak Hill plans to stop the Bruins. Sevier going to kick off yet again. Once he has the go-ahead by the official. There's 4:25 on the clock. Sevier gets a good kick into it. Elam fields it at about the 13, 14-yard line. Spins.
Oh.
He's out to the 30, out to about the 37-yard line.
Elam on the return, out to the Blackford 37. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bruins. That was a good return. Still don't think he's hitting full speed, though, and that spin kind of slowed him down there.
Yep, the spin definitely slowed him down, and to be honest with you, I'd really like to see him kick it in overdrive just one time. He did it last week, and I'm telling you, he picked up probably a good 10 extra yards by doing that.
Well, he did that in the game against Stillwood down the sideline on that pass that they threw him.
Yep.
That put him in position.
The handoff goes up the middle to Hernandez. He's fighting for yards, keeping the feet moving, and he's down at about the 39-yard line, a gain of 2.
Hernandez on the carry, 2-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
All right, C-High coming in already. The clock's still ticking away, under 3 minutes and 50 seconds now. It looks like Oak Hill with 8 in the box, as you like to call it.
Yep.
And another run up the middle, it looks like by Hernandez again. Pickup of about 2, now 3rd and 5.5.
Hernandez out to the 42. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for Blackford. That's just easier than saying 5.5.
I agree. And already getting text updates from the athletic director.
I was wondering. I checked a minute ago.
And he has Eastbrook 20, Madison Grant 0, late into the first.
Madison Grant's pretty young as well, so I'm not – although they got a good win last week.
Exactly. Another handoff. This one's coming to the near side by Hernandez. He does pick up the first down, gets into Oak Hill territory at about the 48.
Carry by Hernandez down to the Oak Hill 48-yard line. That's good for a Blackford first down. They're doing the first down cheer ahead of me now, so I got to be quicker.
So I'm not sure if you've seen it or not, but Hernandez looks like he is just having the time of his life out there on the field.
He's getting an opportunity that maybe he wouldn't have got, like we spoke of, and you got to take advantage of it.
He is hopping around, dancing. I mean, he is fun to watch. And the handoff again. This one goes to the right side, Elam, and he picks up about 4 yards.
Elam across the 45. Down to the Oak Hill 44-yard line. It'll be 2nd down.
Looks like it's a 2nd and 6.
That's what I thought. I wasn't sure at the time. And
yeah, the Alexandria Frankton game still tied at 0 in the first quarter.
Alexandria has shown some improvement as well, so I could see them once they get things rolling.
You know, Alexandria has never been. This one's going to go up the middle again. Looks like it's to Hernandez. A gain of about a yard, 2 yards. So it's going to be 3rd and 4.
Hernandez down to the Oak Hill 42-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 4 for Blackford. Yeah, if Alexandria and Blackford played each other all the time in football, they would both have the best offensive averages in the state, and they would have the worst defensive averages in the state. They have track meets when they play each other in football.
They're a lot of fun to watch on both sides.
Of course, in basketball a couple years ago, it got pretty high scoring as well.
Yes, it did. And that one waved off. The flag comes in late. A false start by Blackford. I didn't see it. Did you?
No, I didn't even see the flag.
And I don't see the white
false
hat.
Start on Blackford. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. It'll be 3rd down and 9.
So now the Bruins with long 3rd down yardage again.
That's 2 penalties that have really put them in bad position, because even right there, 3rd and 4, even if you only pick up 2, you're still
manageable.
Yeah, you're still can still go for it and have a shot.
And now you've got to pick up a good 5 or 6 yards to get back in that manageable position. But we are down under 45 seconds on the clock.
And very interestingly enough, the NFL...
Oh, we've got a timeout, Blackford.
Timeout, Blackford. The NFL punts are way down this year, and when they start talking numbers, a lot more teams are going for it on 4th down.
Yeah.
And they said they're getting themselves in manageable situations where it's 4th and 2, 4th and 1, and teams are going for it and getting it. Now, that's not saying a lot for the NFL defenses, but I think scoring's way up this year, too. And I know, Indianapolis got beat the first week and never did punt. That's not saying a whole lot for either team. So.
Yeah. No, it's not. Which is so. Here's the question then. Is it better offensive schemes, or is it poor defense?
I think it all goes back to not having a normal training camp, not having the exhibition games, and even the people that were fine with not having those exhibition now are going, man, maybe we could have used those. I've heard that a lot with Tom Brady, that they think the reason he's gotten off to the start was he had planned on OTAs, he had planned on training camp, he had planned on these exhibition games where he could get used to his teammates, and a lot of the commentators are saying, you can see the struggles there, that they're still trying to get on the same page.
Yeah, I don't buy that. I don't buy that. Tom Brady, I don't think he is a very good quarterback, and I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for that. I think Tom Brady was a product of Bill Belichick, and I believe that Bill Belichick, because if you look, Cam Newton didn't have he didn't have those OTAs and those preseason games, and he is doing phenomenal for the Patriots right now.
He's going out
Bruce
and
Arians,
going out and partying too. That's why he missed last week. Quarantined.
True. However, Tom Brady has a very good coach in Bruce Arians.
Yeah.
He has done a lot. He did a lot when he took over for the Colts.
Absolutely.
Back in the day. But I'm a throw just out of reach for Hernandez.
Pass is incomplete. It'll be 4th down and 9 for Blackford.
So I think it goes back to what people have been saying for many years, is Tom Brady is not the quarterback that everybody thinks he is. He is just a good product of the Bill Belichick system.
Okay, so who is back to kick here?
Looks like Cam Elam.
Okay.
Number 1.
Or at least we're giving the idea that we're going to kick.
Exactly. Hey, you never know. He might run the ball.
Yeah, well.
Oh, well over his head. Oh, and he does. He's tucks it and he runs. He's down to the 50, the 45, 40, 35, and he jumps out of bounds.
I don't think that was planned, but it worked. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
I agree. Hey, just one more score. Mississinawa 21, Elwood 0.
Elam with the 12-yard pickup and a 1st down for Blackford.
And if you're a Patriots fan, I apologize for offending you, but I enjoy doing it. So
I think Brady, you'll see him be a lot better as the season goes on. I think there's a lot in there. I think he's got very good athletes to throw to. He's got better receivers than he had in New England.
I agree.
When they're healthy. Right now, that's a problem.
I agree.
And Chubb, the running back, was probably a better running back than he ever had at New England, and he's out right now.
I agree. Not sure where this ball went. It looks like it went up the middle to Hernandez again for an 8-yard pickup.
Hernandez on the carry. 8-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 2. Actually, looks like it might be 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1 on the 25-yard line of the Eagles. And I think that play right there just stunned them.
Well, that's going to be the end of the first quarter.
And that is the end of the first.
At the end of the first quarter, Oak Hill 14, Blackford 0.
And we are going to keep it right here because that's just the way we do it now. And I'm going to turn off Chris's microphone while he reads off some cool stuff for the fans in the stands. And again, if you're a Patriots fan and listening in, I apologize. I'm not a Patriot hater. I'm not a Tom Brady hater. I just have my views on what I believe Tom Brady's successes are accounted to. Not saying that he's not a good quarterback. Obviously, you have to be good to play in the NFL, but I just don't think that he's the great quarterback that everybody tries to think he is. And I have several really close friends that live in the New England area that are huge Tom Brady and Patriots fans. So it's a lot of fun to talk and shoot the breeze with them about everything and get their thoughts. And to be quite honest with you, after Tom Brady left, they kind of felt the same way. So, with that said, getting ready to get into the second quarter, the Bruins down into the red zone on the 25-yard line, doing a decent job with all of the injuries that they have. Cam Elam with a beautiful fake punt there to run it in, and I think he got, I want to say, close to probably a 15-yard run to pick up that first down. So, good job by Cam Elam and the rest of the Bruins offense. And as the Bruins get ready to take the field, my camera's just a little bit out. There we go. All right, I'll turn you back on. All right, here we go. That was a quick break. The play clock down under 13 seconds now. As the Bruins go to take the field, High to take the snap. Oh, and fumbled the snap. We have a flag on the play.
That was behind the defensive line, so I'm not sure. I don't know what.
Where's the white hat? There he is.
Yeah, he gave the signal.
So it is against Blackford. A 5-yard penalty, maybe a false start.
I didn't see.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, though? They gave him. It's.
WCJC behind us is calling a false start, so that's what we're going to go with.
5-yard penalty on Blackford. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Hernandez back into the game. It looks like maybe number 10 for the Bruins was the cause of that false start. And the Bruins try to hand this one up the middle, and Hernandez does pick up a good amount of yards back. Down to the 28-yard line.
2-yard gain for Hernandez. That'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Bruins.
That was Taylor Glosson, number 10, that came out, and Hernandez goes in. But I believe Glosson back in the game. Maybe not.
I don't know. 44 is over here.
Yeah, so Glosson, I think, is back in. He is back in the game. And they try to run it.
Didn't see who or where.
I did not either, but they are giving it to him on the 25-yard line, so it's going to be a 4th and 1 now. And they are sending Hernandez back in.
At the Oak Hill 25, it'll be 4th down and 1. Well, we'll see what happens here. You got to be able to pick up 1 yard, right?
Exactly. Give it to Hernandez and let him shoot it up the middle. And I bet you it's either going to go to Hernandez or Winger. I'm thinking Winger. And it does go to Winger on the far side. He's got running room, and he's down at about the 15-yard line.
Winger down inside the 20 to pick up a first down for Blackford.
A nice job by Winger to run that one. Finds the gap on the left side of the line. And I believe that Oak Hill thought that Hernandez was going to get the ball that time.
Well, Winger's only carried it the first play maybe,
yeah,
and hadn't carried it since. So
the Bruins back at it on their own 16-yard line. The handoff goes to Winger again on the far side, and he picks up another 6 yards.
Yep, he's down to looks like the 12.
Hernandez coming back in. Yeah, it looks like he is at about the 12-yard line.
Winger down to the 12-yard line for a gain of 4. It'll be second down and 6.
Yeah, they did not take that one as far as the
it's
marker.
Kind of hard to tell at the angles.
Yeah, the marker, the down marker person on the chain gang, he did not have it right.
We can use some fluorescent numbers right now.
Yep, and this one's going on the near side. I believe that one's going to be Cam Elam, and he does pick up a couple more down it on the 10.
Ball is marked at the 10. It'll be third down and 4 for the Bruins.
3rd and 4 for the Bruins. Hernandez still in the game. Glosson sitting on the sideline right now. Oh, man. I wonder if Alexandria 6-0 with 2 minutes left in the first. I don't know.
I think it was Winger, but I wasn't sure.
Still not a first down, though. Mississinawa 28-0 over Elwood. Eastbrook 27-0 over Madison Grant.
It'll be fourth down for the Bruins.
9 minutes in the second.
What was that score?
27-0.
That was Mississinawa?
That was the Eastbrook. Mississinawa is 28-0 over Elwood.
Okay. Here we go, 4th and short.
4th and short for the Bruins. And they hand it off up the middle, and they're going to have a false start.
Yep. That's going to make it tough.
Did you see who moved?
No.
I didn't either.
False start on the Bruins. It'll bring up a long 4th down. Boy, the penalties, they're just kind of shooting themselves in the foot tonight.
Hey,
there's never a good time for a penalty, but on short yardage, that's the worst time.
Yeah, here's a good question. If you were a player and or a coach, because you've coached high school sports before, if you're a player or a coach, do you want to play the best team in sectionals, or do you want to play them at state?
I'll answer that in a minute.
Oh, that one almost picked off, but nice job by Winger to
Pass
come in.
Is incomplete, and Oak Hill will take over on downs.
I believe that is William Hardy that tried to catch that and ran into the Oak Hill player. Now, go ahead with your answer.
I've got 2 answers there, and if you want me to be brutally honest, I would tell my team we were the best team and nobody wants to play us. That was my attitude. But if we were not record-wise, I would assume draw the first team. If you're going to have to beat a certain team to get out anyway, beat them early. Get them out of there and have everybody else on their heels going, hey, whoa. They just beat the best team.
Exactly. If you can't beat the best team out of sectionals, then chances of you going to state in the first place aren't very good, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
So if I'm a player or a coach, I want that state championship team to come. I don't care if we're good or not.
Gain out to the 21 for Oak Hill. It'll be second down and 3. and a lot of that depends on sport, too, because in baseball you could look at that differently because of how the pitching rules are.
Yeah, I agree. Baseball is a little bit different, but football
and basketball, where there really isn't, that position that changes things.
Did you see who called timeout? Blackford again? Okay. Sorry about that.
No,
go ahead.
That's okay. No, it's just football and basketball is different. If you can play the best team, catch them off guard, maybe catching them thinking about next week's game,
absolutely.
overlooking you.
Absolutely.
Then, go after them, beat them early.
Yeah, and you're right. In baseball, you have pitching rules that were just implemented two years ago, I believe. Well, 3 years ago now. It would have been my son's sophomore year. Yeah, the pitch counts are in effect. So, yeah, you want to play those teams maybe later on in the especially if you have deep pitching.
And, of course, even before then, you can only throw 10 innings every 3 days. So, depending on who you played and where you played, you know, you may be facing one of the better teams right off the bat and have to throw your ace to make sure you get – that's one thing. You can never look past any first-round game, and in baseball it gets difficult because you start looking ahead and you might be home watching everybody else play.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'll get into that here in just a second. Eastbrook with the handoff. They go to the far side, and they get down to, we've got a flag coming in at the end of the play. Eastbrook gets out to about the 25-yard line, though, which would be a first down. But there is a flag.
I think it's going backwards just the way they're looking, but I'm not sure.
It is down back at the original line of back at the line of scrimmage. Holding. It is a holding, and that's a 10-yard penalty.
Holding on Oak Hill.
Now, as I was getting ready to say,
that'll move the ball back to the
10-yard line.
10-yard line. It'll be second and long.
That leads me to what I was getting ready to say is I think that's how Blackford won sectionals 4 years ago. The team that we were playing was expected to beat us, and we held in there with them, kept it a tie ball game. The pass goes out to the 20, down at the 25, 26-yard line for a first down.
And I can't tell. 44, Hayes. Pass to Hayes across the 25-yard line and good for a first down for Oak Hill.
But if I'm not mistaken, we still had decent pitching that was able to come in and close out that game, whereas I want to say it was Taylor ran out of pitching and Blackford started teeing off and really took him to the house. That run gets out to the 20 or the 30-yard line, and that's a run by number 12, Kyle Taranchik.
Carry out to the 30-yard line. We'll make it 2nd and 5 for Oak Hill. Yeah, there's so much strategy in baseball because I'll wait till after this play and get into that, but that came into play my junior year when we were at semi-state.
Oh, nice. So McCorkle back to leading the offense for the Eagles. Puts a man in motion. They hand it off to Taranchik. He gets out to the 34-yard line. A nice tackle by, was that number 55 of the Bruins?
Near the 35-yard line.
That's the younger Malott brother.
And short for Oak Hill.
The younger Malott brother, Braxton, on the tackle for that one. Keeps him from getting that first down. Now it's going to be a 3rd and inches for the Oak Hill Golden Eagles.
I'll wait till we have a break.
Sure.
Big play here for the defense.
The end around. Nope.
Yep.
He gets the first down. Taranchik out to the 45, down at the 48 it is.
Taranchik out to the 48-yard line, and that is good for a first down for the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't call the pitching we had that day the ace.
Well, we had Steve Chaney, who threw in the 90s. And then we had what Coach had started doing was rotating. Steve would start a game, depending on how it was going. I'd come in and finish. Then I'd start the championship and however many innings Steve had. As soon as we thought we needed to get him in there.
Yeah.
I hope that didn't mean I was terrible, but I couldn't throw 90 whatever he was throwing.
Yeah, right on.
You know, one of the things Coach Cheeseman and I talked about in our interview was Steve didn't even want to mess with the off-speed pitch because why?
Yeah.
If I can throw it by people.
Yeah, exactly.
But at semi-state, we went 9 innings with Shenandoah before we bunted in the run. And so we beat Shenandoah 2-1, and Steve had 1 inning left then. So it kind of threw everything out of whack, and Jennings County got us 8-6 in the semi-state championship. So So, I mean, there's a lot of strategy and a lot of things that can happen that
Wow.
makes things interesting.
Yeah, that does make it interesting. And with 6:05, Blackford takes their third and final timeout of the half. And the Oak Hill Golden Eagles are going to be taking over on their own 48-yard line, my apologies. And
Okay, 2 for 2, scoring on both possessions they've had. So.
Yeah, I was talking to Dayton Dow he's on the chat line, and he said we had decent pitching that game when we won sectionals, but not the ace. And he had to be saved by Kerrigan Reinert in that game.
Mills on the carry for Oak Hill, a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
The ball spotted on the Bruin 47-yard line, 2nd, and it looks like a long 4 or a short 5, whichever you want to call it. And Eastbrook takes over here. Put a man. I said it again. Eastbrook. It's Oak Hill. Daggone it. And they're going to pick up the first down, but we do have yet another flag, and this one looks like it might be called back as well.
I thought that was the ball for a minute. I had to like, why is nobody going to get it? But
you just see shiny things flying in front of your face.
Would have looked weird if everybody was diving on the official flag.
You say that, but that was my initial. I was like, "Whoa, the football is flying out!" But no, that's the flag.
Looks like they called chop block there.
So that one's going to come back. That's a 10-yarder too, as well, isn't it?
I believe so. I'm pretty sure that's a chop block signal that they gave there. It's been a while since I've officiated, but we'll see how far it goes back.
And it is going back 10, 15.
It's going back 15 yards. That's a 15-yard penalty on Oak Hill. It'll make it 2nd and 18.
2nd and 18 for the Eagles, as McCorkle has his hands full on this one.
They haven't been in these positions too often so far, having a long yardage to get, but they've ran the ball well enough that they haven't needed to throw.
Under 5:20 to play. McCorkle steps back to throw. He throws a rope, gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and falls forward for a 2-yard gain on that one.
Is that 45 again?
Yes, it was.
Pass completed to Hayes out to midfield. It'll be 3rd down and 8. Ugh. Too many mics. Now I'm smacking them into each other.
Yeah, exactly. So a 3rd down and 8 for the Eagles. And they haven't really had much problem picking up these big yards here.
They just picked up 10 there when we could have.
Exactly. Early on in the game. A 3rd and 8. McCorkle passes again, and that one incomplete, in and out of the hands of Hayes.
Pass incomplete. It'll be 4th down and 8 for Oak Hill. Yeah, he's 2 for 3 passing, and all 3 passes have gone to Hayes. So
yeah. Hey, Tony, I believe the one that you're talking about was the class of 2019. Eastbrook put a player in.
Is that Elam?
That was not on the roster,
Elam?
So that would have been the 2019 school year, and that is Elam back to receive the punt. And that should be Severe back to punt for the Eagles. The punt is up, and this one does not go anywhere. It goes straight out of bounds.
They're going to mark that at the...
Looks like it's close to the 50.
50? I'm looking for the... official.
It is. It's on Oak Hill's 49-yard line.
So that was a negative 1-yard punt. I will not say that. Blackford will take over on the Oak Hill 49-yard line, 1st and 10. I wouldn't want to be embarrassed if I was that kid, so I'm not going to put that on.
Yeah, Severe's done a really good job of kicking tonight, and that one just wasn't in the cards for him. It looks like, some of those punters, they don't let the ball just drop out of their hands and let their foot come up and meet it. They try to throw it up and just kind of maybe got away from him a little bit. And so now the Bruins take over on the Eagles' 49-yard line, and that handoff went to Hernandez, and he gets back to the original line of scrimmage and picks up a yard.
Hernandez down to the 48. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I've got some more. Oh, man. Eastbrook 34, Madison Grant. No, I'm sorry. Eastbrook 40, Madison Grant 0, 3 minutes in the second. Frankton 7, Alex 6 with 9 minutes in the second.
Second down and 9, ball at the Oak Hill 48.
And the Bruins take the handoff, hand it off to Winger, and Winger picks up about a 4 or 5 yard gain. The ball spotted at about the 43-yard line of the Eagles. Nope, they're backing it up to the 44.
My son just tried to call me, so.
Uh-oh. Sevier is not the punter. Well, I didn't see the number. Who's the punter? Mr. Hardcastle, if you don't mind.
Third down and 5 for Blackford at the Oak Hill 40.
The punter is not marked.
Is that Winger? Or is that Elam?
Elam.
Okay.
Elam does pick up the first down at
Elam
about...
down to the Oak Hill 38, and that's good for a Blackford first down. I paused. I gave
There
it a
you go.
chance.
There you go. The first down picked up by the Bruins.
That was a COVID delay, folks.
Yes, it was. Hayes or Height were... So 31 or 45. I didn't see which one it was. I don't have the greatest eyesight, so I apologize. Uh-oh, we've got a run going on here, and I didn't even get to see who it was, but down at about the 28-yard line, and it looks like close. They do get the first down. The Bruins pick up another first down, and thank you, Mr. Hardcastle, for
Who
that
was that?
information. I don't know. Hernandez.
Down inside the 40, inside the 30, and that's good for a Blackford first down. I don't know what. My eyes started playing games with me there.
Yeah, the light's on the
Looking
inside.
through a screen.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute.
The lights being on the inside are not helping anything. Uh-oh.
Oh.
He keeps it.
He kept it.
He's down. Oh, he jumps over, and that's going to be a flag. I don't think you can do that.
I don't know.
I don't think you can.
How they could just say the guy went low. What do you call
Allowed.
that?
You're not allowed. There's some kind of rule. I remember it from last year. You cannot jump over a player.
So you just have to get hit?
Yeah, I think so. You can juke, you can jive, but I'm pretty sure you cannot jump over.
Holding.
Well, maybe not then. So that one's going to come back.
Holding on Blackford. Yeah, well, I was going to say, I can't wait to see the signal for that. What do you pretend like you have a hula hoop and
Is
jump?
that when you give the Heisman?
Yeah. I don't know, but, man, there's another penalty that hurts.
Yeah, that
when
one's...
you're moving the ball forward. And we're down to 2:14. I know usually Tony will text me and say, how much time's left? And there is 2:14, and the clock is running now as we go down to 2 minutes in the first half. And Blackford is going forward and driving, but another penalty kind of stopped them in their tracks there.
Yeah, this looks like it's a 1st and 18. The handoff to Winger. No, they throw it. And I don't think that Elam was ready for that one. One more score, Frankton 14, Alexandria 6 with 9 minutes in the second.
Incomplete pass. It'll make it 2nd and 19 for Blackford. And one thing to throw out here is Blackford has no timeouts left.
No timeouts left. The clock is still ticking away. No, they are at a minute 50 because the clock has stopped.
Incomplete pass, yep.
The handoff to Hernandez, and he is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Not the direction that you want to go.
They might have marked him at the... They're trying to stop the clock, though. So that must mean that Oak Hill's going to call timeout.
So Oak Hill does call timeout.
Run was stopped at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 19 for Blackford. Timeout, Oak Hill.
You know, Zach, I'm not real sure. I'm sure he's doing well. He's still on here giving us updates and talking to you guys. I haven't seen any updates on Facebook, so I'm just going to assume that he is doing fantastic and that everything is going according to plan until somebody tells me otherwise. So with this timeout, I want to say a big thank you to Clear Choice Chiropractic. If you have some issues that you need to get worked out with your back or your joints or any kind of neck pain, make sure you go in to see Dr. Malia and the crew over at Clear Choice Chiropractic, located just down the street from Dave's Car Corner, north of them, maybe about a block and a half. So make sure you get in to see Dr. Malia Robertson at Clear Choice Chiropractic. I need to make an appointment, but just haven't been able to get in there, and I'm going to regret it this week, I promise you. Also, a big thank you to Tim Norris and the AmVets out there. Love all those guys. Appreciate everything that they do for our veteran community here in Blackford County. So a big thank you to those guys as well. Thanking some of our sponsors from last year, Huggins Auto Sales and Service. I just sent a lady to get her oil change on the Hartford City Happenings page and told her to make sure that she mentioned the BSN special. Oh, we're going to have a false start by Carson C. High,
Yep.
and that is not what you want to happen.
Blackford, 5-yard penalty. It'll be 3rd and 24. Boy, they had the ball clear down inside the 30-yard line, and now they have a 3rd down clear out at the 42.
Yeah, this is going to be a 3rd and, 24, 25, 24.
Yep. And when you're not able to throw the ball, at least not like you want to.
Yeah, especially on a 3rd down.
I don't know if they have a pitch pass or not.
This handoff is going to no, they are going to throw it. He steps back. He does wing one, and this one's trouble. Oh, dropped.
Yep.
By number, is that
Pass is
20?
incomplete. It'll be 4th down.
Is that 21 or 31?
Again with the
That looks like number 31.
Yep, it is.
Kean Height. It is 31. He
Yep.
drops that pass, but that's a good pass that you want to drop because that would have taken you for a loss.
Yep.
Unless Blackford picks this 4th down conversion of 24 up.
And it looks like, are they going to punt? Elam's back there again.
Elam
so
back
who
to
knows?
punt, and I would look for them to actually punt this one away. Elam, yeah. Oh, and he does get it up, but
got
it's
it
not
away.
a deep punt.
Maybe it'll
And it
bounce.
does not get the Bruin roll that we are accustomed to, but not a bad punt. Gets it over to about the 27-yard
down
line.
at the 27-yard line of Oak Hill, and with a minute 22, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Golden Eagles.
And Eastbrook now 47 to Madison Grant 0. 1 minute to go in the second quarter. And here we are in the second quarter, down 14 to Oak Hill with a minute 22 to go.
One good thing is if the defense can get a stop here, we get the second half kickoff to start with. They have driven the ball. They've just got to quit the penalties.
Yeah.
I mean, 1st and 10 went from 1st and 10 to 3rd and 24 right there. And
Exactly.
That's a killer.
And they had
the throw.
Oh, I don't know. No good. They call it incomplete. It must have hit the
Pass
ground. A
is
nice try by
incomplete.
Height,
It'll
though.
be 2nd and 10. Yeah, that was a good attempt, and Oak Hill's obviously going to try to put some more points on the board before halftime.
Yep, exactly. And that only ran off 4 seconds. So a 2nd and 10 with a minute and 18 on the clock.
Yes, and they still do have 2 timeouts. They've used one. Blackford does not have any timeouts left.
Okay. I had them at 1 timeout. I must
Okay.
have not
I
put
could
anything.
be wrong. Yeah. Scoreboard says 3, but it's not right. Number 27.
Number
on the
27,
reception.
McKinney. Mason McKinney on the reception there.
Pass
Picks up
to
about
McKinney.
7 yards.
It'll be 3rd down and 3 for Oak Hill. He did get out of bounds, though, so that was smart of on his part.
Yep, another 4 seconds runs off the clock, now down to a minute 14. And they do Oak Hill with 4 wideouts and 1 lone back. McCorkle in the shotgun. He throws another one to McKinney.
He was
McKinney's
wide open.
out into the open, and Elam there for the tackle and gets him at about the 38-yard
Corporal
line.
throws to McKinney down inside the Blackford 40. Elam on the tackle. And they're in the hurry-up offense now, except for they have to wait till the sticks to get set before they can run a play. They have to wait for the official. So we're down to about a minute to go.
A minute 6, and McCorkle spikes the ball to stop the clock.
It'll be 2nd and 10 for Oak Hill. So maybe I don't even know if they have any timeouts. Of course, they may. If they're down to 1, they may not want to use that one yet.
Exactly. Dolores punting duties tonight are going to Cam Elam. So now the Eagles with a 2nd and 10 on the Bruin 39-yard line.
They've got 2 wide on each side.
4 receivers, 1 lone back. McCorkle out of the shotgun. Takes the snap. Sets up.
No pressure.
Looks like he's going to run. Stops. Cuts
Oh.
back. The tackle missed by Winger. And McCorkle picks up a couple yards.
McCorkle with a gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 6. Did have, 8 seconds run off the clock there, so we're down to 54 seconds in the half. He had all day. They only have 4 linemen up front. Blackford doesn't want to give up the deep bomb, so they did not put a lot of pressure on him. They covered the receivers.
Absolutely. And again, with the 3 receiver set, McCorkle runs out to the right, and he's got the completion to Height, right? McKinney.
Pass to McKinney is good for an Oak Hill 1st down.
And that's going to pick up another 1st down for the Bruins.
That
The ball
play-
spotted at the Bruin 25-yard line, 48 seconds on the clock.
48 seconds to left. I think McKinney had caught 3 passes this year. I think he's caught 3.
In a row.
Yeah. You're listening to the same
Yes.
thing I was listening to.
3 all. They said McKinney caught 3 passes all year, and he's caught 3 on this drive.
Exactly. Eagles put someone in motion, and they hand the ball off to Taranchik, and he is stopped at the line of scrimmage for no gain. A 2nd and 10 for the Eagles.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
The clock should continue to run. Nope. Oak Hill
They
calls another timeout with 43 seconds.
Timeout, Oak Hill. And if you're right, then they don't have any left.
Well, I added another one, so that would
okay.
leave them with one more.
Okay.
I couldn't remember if they called a timeout or not.
They
So.
had called 1. They had
Yeah,
called
yeah.
1.
So now that'd be this would be their
Okay.
second, right?
Yep.
All right then. So we are good to go.
So Blackford's got to find a way to. I know they don't want to give up the deep play here, but they've got to find a way to put some pressure on McCorkle as well.
Yes, they do.
When you've only got the 2 guards and 2 tackles, they got 4 guys blocking, 5 guys blocking, nobody extra with the back and the receivers. They've got to get somebody in there.
Yes, they do. And I did see that they sent Winger on a blitz package, and he was wide open to McCorkle, but McCorkle was able to get that pass out. It was on the one that was over here.
Got rid
I
of
believe
the
it went to
ball.
McKinney out of bounds, maybe, or one of those plays. So
Well, they're set up with 2 wide on the left. They're in tight on the right, and they have
no backs.
he's up under.
Oh, they do have 1 back now.
He's under center.
I see that. They send a man in motion, the fake handoff, and McCorkle throws it to Height, and it looks like we are going to have a penalty. That's going to be a pass interference as somebody hit Height before the ball got to him.
I couldn't see the flag, so
Yeah.
you know
This
what?
is-
They must have picked it up. Okay.
No,
Okay.
they're carrying it.
Yeah.
15 yards from the
It'll be
line
half,
of scrimmage.
It'll be half the distance since they were inside the 30.
Oh, okay, so half the distance. Should
Pass
still take
interference
some.
on Blackford will give Oak Hill a 1st down.
Looks like it's going to take him to about the 12-yard line of the Bruins. So the Eagles with a new set of downs. Ball spotted on the 12. Man, I didn't see who it was that hit him, but, man, they hit him hard in the back.
They
So
spun him. And when you take them off their line of where they're running.
And the handoff goes to McKin. No, it's a Taranchik.
Did you notice Blackford stacked the box that time? They moved a couple guys up.
Yes,
on the
I did
line.
see that.
That was going to be tough, and I'm not even going to get announced what happened because they're lining back up.
Uh-oh.
What's going on?
Timeout Oak Hill. That is their third and final timeout.
Timeout Oak Hill.
There is 26.1 seconds left on the clock here at Blackford High School in Hartford City, Indiana.
And the ball is, I looked at the board and it says on the 25, but it's not on the 25. It's down at the 12.
It looks like now it's more on the 10 with that pickup. It looks like they pick up about a 2 yards, so it's going to be a 2nd and 8. But it looks like that ball is just a little bit off of the 10-yard line. And
Oak Hill can pick up a first down here, although with no timeouts, I don't know that they want to pick up a first down. They want to get in the end zone, whether it's a run play or a pass play.
Yeah, here you go. Maybe this will enter full screen. Can you see that?
Yeah. So it's just outside the 10.
Yep, just outside the 10-yard line. Let's see if Tony. No more updates. Everything has still remained the same. The last update on Mississinawa was 28, Elwood 0, Eastbrook 47, Madison Grant 0, Frankton 16, Alex 6. And that is your updates for CIC competition this evening.
I'm wanting to find the score of that Cathedral Center Grove game. I don't know if I told you or not, but I had one of the guys I've actually interviewed on the podcast sent me a message and said, "Hey, I've got an extra ticket for Center Grove Cathedral. You want to come?"
Oh,
I was like, "Hey, I'm announcing tonight.
Yeah,
appreciate it. But
appreciate the offer."
That may be the best game in the state so far this year, with two of the top teams in different classes going at it.
Yeah, and now they've just got one lone receiver, a halfback, and a fullback. And McCorkle's going to keep it. He rolls out to the right. He's being pursued, and he had a receiver in the end zone. That's number 27, McKinney, for the touchdown.
McCorkle to McKinney for the 11-yard touchdown for Oak Hill.
And with 17, almost 18 seconds left on the clock, that is not how you want to go into halftime if you're the head coach for the Bruins.
They lined up like they were going to run the ball. Blackford got some pressure on him, but he went from going to his right over to his left, threw back across his body, and was wide open in the end zone.
Yeah, McCorkle is a very athletic player, and this is number 6, Mark Sevier, for the kick. Extra point is up, and it is good.
The kick is good, and with 17.9 seconds to go in the half, Oak Hill 21, Blackford 0.
The Eagles do lead 21-0 over the Bruins. I wonder. Oh. Let's see. I'm going to check my Twitter here and see if my interview or interviewee is going to be here.
Who is that?
Grant Schaus. And he has not responded to me yet, so...
Who are you going to interview?
Grant Schaus. Let me see here. Hang on a second. I think it's Schaus.
Okay.
Shouse. Yeah. His Twitter is @Schaus_Grant. He tweeted at me and said, "Hey, how about an interview tomorrow night to discuss a little basketball action and maybe preview some Oak Hill Blackford hoops matchups this February?" And I said, "Well, let me check and see if we can do that. If we can't, maybe I'll grab a wireless mic." So I shot him another one that said, "Hey, here's where you need to come and meet me." And so hopefully, if you're listening from Oak Hill, let him know to come up here to the booth, and we'll sit down and have a little conversation. Somebody says he's here, so.
Okay.
Here with the kick. This one's going to be short. Elam picks it up at about the 15-yard line, and he's down at the 25.
10-yard return for Elam, With 14 seconds to go, Blackford will take over, 1st and 10. Without being able to throw the ball like they would want to, and I'm saying that because we know that C-High is hurting, it's going to make it tough. When you're a run-dominated team and you're down 21 at half, you want to eat clock up, but not when you're behind.
Yeah, exactly. 14 seconds on the clock left to go, and I just look for Blackford to take a knee here, unless you think they're going to run one last final dig, and they do. Nope, they gave it to Hernandez, and I believe that one's going to take it on into
about a 3-yard gain.
Yeah.
Hernandez with a 3-yard pickup.
And they are going to take that one to the half.
And at the half, Oak Hill 21, Blackford 0.
All right, so we will see if Grant comes over.
I'll go ahead and excuse myself for a few minutes.
Right
do
on.
my
Absolutely. All right. Excuse me. And with that, I'm going to take a quick drink here. So if you can hear it, I apologize. Hey, there he is right there. Hang on, man. All right, I've given the mic to a different candidate today. I've given it to Grant Schaus, and even though that is how you pronounce your name, right?
Yep.
All right. Even though he is wearing a nasty shirt, we're still letting him.
I don't know about that. You don't have to be that mean.
Don't you watch us?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Okay, all
all
right.
the time.
So you wanted to come up here and talk some basketball.
I did. I'm a big basketball guy. You guys have really turned it around the last few years. I figured, why not discuss tonight?
So what do you think is going to happen? How is your basketball team going to look this year?
I think we're going to be very, very good. Again, we were a better team last year than the year before, and
for this school year.
I think it'll be a little interesting. Some new kids coming in, some younger kids in my grade who are sophomores coming in. Our sophomore class has been very, very good. And to throw them in with some seniors who have had this experience for the last 3 years, I think it'll be a force to reckon with. Two very good classes now finally combined. And maybe we can go out and win a few more games this year.
Now, McCorkle is on that team, right?
Yeah, he's our point guard.
That's right. That's what I thought. McCorkle is like the only one that I know on that team.
Oh, yeah. Me and Clay know each other pretty well. We're good friends.
So is Clay going to be the leader of the team, or is somebody else, another senior, going to be?
I think Clay and our guy Tristan. I think you guys had Tristan on one time.
With Clay?
Yeah. And Tristan's our tight end here on the football team, so his senior leadership is going to be key this year because obviously he's a senior. He'll be this will be his third year starting, and so it'll just be interesting to see what they can do this year.
Now, last year Blackford's team was really good.
Really good, yeah.
And we had a really good senior class that came through.
Brandon Strobel, part of that.
Brandon Strobel, yep. Dalton Willman.
Actually, Brandon Strobel actually played on one of my dad's AAU teams, so I got to know Brandon Strobel. And to change subject, I hate to do it, but this past summer, my dad actually had Stephen Hoover on his team this past summer.
Yeah?
And Stephen, I think this year is going to be a very, very key guy for you guys. He brings so much to the game, and he brings a bunch of hustle, bunch of defense, and I think he's found a way to score too.
Oh, that'll be good. That'll be good. And we've got some other players that are coming up. We've got a couple good shooting guards in Dawson Hunley and the other Hoover
Yep,
boy.
I've heard about him too.
Dayton, I think is his name.
Yeah, Dayton.
Dayton Hoover. As well as a couple other freshmen, one other freshman that's coming up, which is the Wars kid. But we also still have some seniors that are coming in, and Max Wars, Luke Brown, and I think Cam Elam being some good seniors that are coming up. So how do you think Oak Hill is going to match up with Blackford this year?
I think it'll be a very, very good game. Of course, I got the bias towards Oak Hill. So I think
but I
we can
also know
actually
that
win
you're a
game.
big Luke Brown fan.
Yeah, I followed Luke most of his career. The first time I actually saw him play was when we played you guys his sophomore year. He scored his 1,000th point. And from that point on, I was just appalled by, just how good of a scorer he is. It's unbelievable. And
he is definitely good at scoring.
Very, very good. He may be one of the best scorers I've ever seen, next to Clay. But I mean,
so with that said, Luke Brown is slowly inching his way to Damon Bailey's all-time scoring record.
I was thinking about that the other day.
How close do you think he'll get, and do you think that he will surpass Damon Bailey?
It's tough to say. Damon, obviously, maybe arguably one of the best players ever. I mean, Luke's a good player, but I don't know that he could be matched up with Damon Bailey's level. I mean, they're very similar if you look at it. Of course, I was never alive to see Damon. I bet obviously you were.
Yes.
And, I mean, he'd sell out every single gym he played. Same with Luke Brown. They have a lot of similarities, but I'm not sure Luke can get past that. If he's listening, I hope he does.
I don't know that he's listening. If I had to guess, he's probably out there at some basketball court somewhere making shooting 1,000 free throws and doing 500 layups with each hand and putting on another 30 or 40 pounds of muscle. That's if I had to guess. So I'm not sure if I remember right. We're coming to you guys this year.
Actually, I think we're over here.
We're over here.
Yep,
so
we're with you guys.
So you're coming back home this year. Do you think that McCorkle's going to come over and watch a game before he comes over again?
Maybe him and I have kind of talked about it. We've looked at your schedule. There's some games we want to go to. The night before our first game, you play your first game. I think it's here, like some Bloomington Lighthouse team.
Yeah.
And obviously, we want to see Luke and Stephen as much as we can before we play you guys. Because I mean, Mrs. Sinawal is going to be good, but I think it's us three for the conference.
Yeah,
and it's a huge toss-up.
Probably Eastbrook usually doesn't have a great basketball program. Most of their athletes go play football.
Right, they're a big football guy. Or football school.
Frankton's always tough, a tough opponent for us. I'm not sure if they're tough for you guys.
Frankton's tough for us, yeah.
We always have fun playing them, and I believe we'll be playing them at their place this year.
That's a tough place to play.
And it is a tough place to play.
No matter how good or bad they are.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why they are good. You know, they've got a nice fan base that likes to support them, just like you guys do whenever we come over there and play you. So what are some things that are going on over at Oak Hill that people might want to know about?
I'm not sure.
I mean, it is harvest season, so there can't be a lot. You guys are probably pulling harvest.
We're out picking corn tonight in some combine somewhere. I hope someone out there, some farmer guys listening to this right now.
So not a whole lot going. So not a whole lot going on at Oak Hill. So let's get back to basketball then. How bad do you think Blackford is going to beat Oak Hill this year?
I don't think they will. I mean, at least I hope not. They better not.
So you don't think that Blackford's team this year is going to be good enough to beat Oak Hill? How bad did we win last year? If you don't,
I think you guys beat us by 4, but it was a very close game.
It was
down the stretch. I think we had the lead with like a minute and a half to go, but of course we're up 2. And you obviously got Luke Brown. It's like, well, why get comfortable now? He's going to come down and hit a shot. Sure enough, he did.
And he does. So do you think that if you guys can at least keep it close, it'll just be a good finish like it was last year?
I think that's what I'm hoping for, just to keep it close one last time. Because I actually looked at your guys' schedule today, and you play a second last home game of the year, I believe. And
that's when we play you?
Yeah. And might as well get one of Luke's last games on this floor against us. Hopefully he doesn't win. But
well, good luck with that. I know that we picked up a lot of really tough competition this year. We're playing down in, I believe it's New Albany, going up to Andrean to play. And there was one other. There's like 5 games that we picked up that are going to be really tough competition, and that's why we picked them up. So, and I'm hoping that we do that early on in the season, like we did last year.
Well, if I can interrupt,
go ahead.
I hate to do it, but I think what we noticed, because we had a state championship team about 2.5 years ago, we actually beefed up our schedule that year. We picked up Lawrence North that year. We played in the Hall of Fame Classic, which is a very good tournament, probably the best holiday tournament in the state. And we played a team down in Kentucky that was one of the top 25 ranked teams in the nation. And I mean, those teams really tournament tested us. And by tournament time, we came out and we were the best team in Class 2A.
Nice.
I mean, easily rolled through that tournament.
Well, I mean, you guys have won a state championship since before we did. So between the two teams, Oak Hill has won a state championship more recent than Blackford.
Well, honestly, I think you guys got robbed of it last year.
Yeah, I think we did too. I thought we had a really good shot of getting out of regionals. And,
easily.
I believe that, if I remember right, once we were out of regionals, there really wasn't.
I mean, Blackhawk in the semi-state that's been a really good game, but unfortunately, this pandemic just hit at the complete wrong time.
I agree.
I really wish it would have waited about a month, and we could have seen, what would have happened.
Yeah, it would have been a lot of fun to watch, and it's really depressing when you have to go through something like that.
Yeah.
But, hey, it is what it is. That's life. Life always throws you curveballs, and you can either swing at them and knock them out of the park, or you can let them go by and get called out, right? So with that, how are you doing with the whole COVID thing, and how's school going?
Well, I'm trying to keep social distance as much as possible. It's been very different in school, and we knew it would be going in. Teachers telling you to put your mask up, and sometimes you forget. You leave your mask in a class, you may drop it. I don't know, but
it's tough.
Oh, yeah, it's tough. It's been different for every kid, and some kids switch to virtual. I'm not virtual. I'm actually in school. And
how many of your athletes decided to go virtual? Or are they just staying at school?
I think they're staying most of them are staying at school. Like, a lot of guys on our football team play basketball, too, and they're obviously going to be in school. So, I mean, honestly, you may not like school, and you may not like getting up every day, but when you're not doing it for about 8 months in a row, it
kind of wears on you, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like, well, I kind of want to go back. So.
Yeah, the human body is not designed to just sit in one building and stay there. That's why we have prisons. It's meant as a form of punishment.
It's the closest thing I think all of us have had to a prison, staying inside for 2 months.
Yeah, you're probably right there. All right, it looks like we got about 3.5 minutes left. I'm going to take a break here. Hey, man, it's always a good.
I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say I appreciate what you're doing. I think this past summer, I think I sat down all day and probably watched about 10 Blackford basketball games. So you were the voice in my head that day.
See, you guys need to get something like this started.
Exactly, and one of the things I've wanted to do is be a broadcaster, and that's something. Oh yeah.
All right.
That's something I wanted to get going at Oak Hill, but who knows if it ever will. So.
Well, we'll talk after this.
Okay.
So, with that being said, Grant, always a pleasure. I love when you come up and talk to me. So, we're going to call this a day, and I'm going to sit here and talk to you for a few minutes.
All right.
And we'll be back for the start of the second half after this.
All right.
What? Oh, you took mine.
Oh.
Houston scored again in the sixth.
In there, I just figured I couldn't.
Now that we got things squared away here, always fun talking with Grant. And it looks like one more updated score. Frankton 28, Alexandria 6. Late in the second. We've got about a minute and 18 seconds left to go here with the halftime show. And I apologize for those that wanted to watch the band. I did not realize that the band was going to be playing, and I just kind of happened to see them out of the corner of my eye. And Michelle, I didn't get your message until late, and you when I moved the camera over, I read your message about 2 minutes after that. So I do apologize for not getting the band on there. It kind of upsets me. I was a band kid back in high school, so I do have a soft spot in my heart for the band.
Well, I think
And like I told you, it's I've been to several schools that aren't even having band this fall. You know,
Oh, really?
Our school's one of them that just decided not to do it.
Really?
Yep.
See?
Now, during class they do, but
not
like
outside
this.
of yeah.
And I don't know that they'll have pep band at our school either, because with restrictions on fans, that just
that's going to be the marker for all is how many fans we are allowed to have and what kind of restrictions we're going to be in. I know the governor just extended the mask mandate, and here tonight we are required to wear masks throughout the entire game, and I've kind of failed at that, but I hope I am still trying to maintain 6 feet with you. I'm maintaining 6 feet with Grant. So I hope that I'm doing it right, and I hope that the AD doesn't kick me out of the booth after this.
Well, you haven't tried to hug me yet, so we're cool there. So.
Hey, if I try to hug you, Chris, you got bigger problems than just the hug.
Well, that whole situation with basketball is going to make it rough for ADs too, because when you're limited to how many people you can come in and you're already going to be hurting financially, you obviously aren't going to charge the band for coming in, but you're going to have to count those people. So it could get very interesting.
Yes.
And the second half kickoff, and I don't see, is that Elam?
That is Elam.
Boy, he got hit pretty quick that time.
He got taken down at about the 27-yard line. But you are right.
Elam out to the 27-yard line will be 1st and 10 for Blackford.
Anytime you take away that kind of funding, I mean, you figure Blackford's been bringing in roughly 2,500 to 3,000 fans to basketball alone, which has allowed us to buy this new booth that we're sitting in tonight, add these new bleachers, a couple new scoreboards here and there, some really nice things and updates that have been probably long overdue. And now, we're going to be hurting.
That was Winger, wasn't it?
I did not see.
I think it was Winger.
We'll wait for the stand up. And yes, Winger.
Winger with a 1-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Well, just, with my job now, I'm obviously seeing a lot of ADs, and I won't throw out which one. But one of them last week just told me one of the things they're dealing with is right now, between corporate sponsorships lost because of businesses not being where they're at, and attendance, that he is down $20,000 over what he had a year ago.
That handoff goes up the middle with Hernandez, and it looks like he might have gotten out for the first down. It's going to be close.
The 36. Hernandez out to the 36-yard line, and that's good for a 1st down.
They do give him the 1st down at the 36-yard line. You're right. I can only imagine how bad things are going to be. I mean, if you figure the officials, you have to pay them.
Yeah.
You have your gate people your security that you're paying, your chain gang that you're paying, all these people that you have to pay these extra money. I mean, we've got our announcer for the people in the stands. Plus the time clock and the score clock and this clock and that clock.
Elam, a pickup of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Those little bit add up to quite a bit of money, and if you're only allowed a limited amount of fans, it's going to be hard to pay those fees and the light bill at the same time.
Right. And I know as an AD, I used to put down, I've got to make this amount before I even break even.
Exactly.
And so, it makes it harder when there's a count on how many people can come.
This one goes up the middle with Hernandez, and he picks up a couple, and it looks like
the way they were diving there.
Yeah, it looks like they thought it might have been a fumble.
Yeah.
And they do.
They
do call it a fumble and Oak Hill ball.
Oak Hill on the recovery. They will take over 1st and 10 at the Blackford 42-yard line.
Yeah, that's a good one. I don't know. I didn't see the ball come out. I thought he was down, but apparently the official saw something that we didn't.
Let's go to the replay.
Click.
Yeah.
The replay shows he did not fumble.
That's right.
Oh, McCorkle fumbles,
and
he gets hit behind the line of scrimmage, but I believe he dove forward to get back to the original, so it's going to be a 2nd and 10.
Yep. Nope. They're going to move him back a yard.
No, they did give him a yard loss.
A loss of 1 yard on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 11.
All right, McCorkle with 1 back, 3 receivers. He hands off to Turinchik, and Turinchik's out. He gets across the 40-yard line down at about the 40 or the 37 or 38. Now they're marking it at the 39-yard line.
Turinchik down to the 39-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 7.
All right, we've got some more updates on scores. Mississinawa 49, Elwood 6, 1 minute to halftime. Eastbrook 47, Madison Grant 8 in the 4th quarter. That game really went quick after the mercy rule came into effect. McCorkle under center. He gives the pitch out to number 10, and he is off to the races, but we do have a flag down.
Where he threw that's holding, so that's coming back. Yep.
That is it. You are right, and that was Blake Fox on the run.
Holding
but
on Oak Hill. That'll be a 10-yard penalty.
And that's 10 yards from the spot of the foul. The spot of the foul looks like it's around the original line of scrimmage, Chris.
Yep. Looks like he threw it. He went over and picked it up, moved it up to about the 41. So.
Okay. So it is a holding call. It's a 10-yard penalty, and that's going to go back to the 49-yard line, right?
Yep, so it's going to be 3rd and 8. 3rd and 18.
It's going to go to the
49.
It is the 49, yeah. Goodness. So now
Oak Hill with 3rd down and 19 with the ball on their own 49-yard line.
That is a tough penalty for the Eagles. And the Eagles now with 3 receivers, 2 on the near side, 1 lone back. McCorkle under center on this play. Takes the snap, and he's going to step back, does a 3-step drop, and he is taken down.
Who did that?
That is Winger.
Winger?
No, that is number 40, right?
Who was it?
No, that is Winger. That's Winger.
Winger on the tackle. A loss of 5 on the play. It'll be 4th down and long. I'm not even going to say how long.
Yeah, that's a 4th down and a really long. Looks like about 20,
maybe
22, 23 yard line. 22, 23 yards is what I figured. But they are going to punt on this.
Yeah.
Height back to punt. He gets the kick up, and it's again gets back to about the original line of scrimmage and takes a good Blackford bounce. Yeah. And Blackford's going to take over on their own 43-yard line.
Yep, that's what I'm guessing here. Blackford downs the punt on their own 43-yard line, 1st and 10. I'm going to throw out another score here. I just saw that the Houston trash can bangers are winning 5-1 over Tampa Bay.
It took me a minute to figure out what you were saying. I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I've heard these guys behind me talking about Houston all night, and I was like, what? Houston?
Yeah, it's 5-1 in the 6th inning.
But we're talking Major League Baseball.
Yeah, something like that.
That handoff up the middle gets a gain of about 2 yards and a correction from Tony Ugan. Eastbrook 54, Madison Grant 8 with 11 minutes to go.
Of 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
And the Bruins just need to move this ball and keep this momentum going in the right direction and not stall out when they get into the red zone.
Yeah, that touchdown right before the half really hurt.
Yes.
And the fact that they haven't been able to finish one of those two drives that they've had deep into Oak Hill territory.
Yeah, they've had some really good drives going in their favor and just stall out right once they get into the end zone. This handoff to Winger, and Winger is stopped. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be a 3rd and 8.
No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 8. Yeah, they read that one well. They hit him right at the line of scrimmage. So
yeah, it looks like they're starting to load the box up on the Bruins and not going to let them get any positive yards gained.
No, they still have their safety back 15 yards, but everybody else will move up as they get set or already have moved up.
Yeah, it looks like they have all but 2 of them within that. I guess 3 of them within that 5-yard.
Yeah,
box.
The linebackers are going to move up to where they've almost got 8 there.
Oh, we've got to run a receiver, and Elam gets out. I didn't see. He tried to reach the ball out. He did, and it looks like they're going to spot him at the 50-yard line. So it's a good pickup.
Pass to Elam out at midfield. It'll be 4th down and short.
4th down, and it looks like about 2 yards
Yep.
for the Bruins to pick up here, and it looks like they are going to go for it, Chris.
Well, that's not a terrible thing. In 2 yards, they've been able to get that. And the way Oak Hill's had trouble punting the ball tonight, the defense stops them. They may have the ball right back there anyway.
True. So the Bruins on the 50-yard line, midfield, with a 4th down, and they hand it off to Hernandez, and I don't think he has enough.
No, he's short.
It looks like they're
on the carry appears to be short.
the official on the far side looked like he started to give a decent spot, but he does pull it back, and it is going to be Oak Hill ball on the turnover.
Turnover on downs. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Golden Eagles at their own 49-yard line. Yeah, he was just about a whole yard short there. So
yeah. The official just chucked that ball well over the other of the sideline officials' head.
Yeah.
It just goes bouncing into the Bruin scrum there. And McCorkle gives the handoff, and what a hit! That's by Winger, and a gain of only about a yard. Should be Turnchick.
Turnchick on the carry, a gain of 1 to midfield. Winger on the tackle. It's 2nd down and 9. And the last game I announced, I ran into several people I went to school with, people from Blackford, and the one thing they remembered was me announcing that Dale Winger's son made the tackle.
Turnchick picks up another 3 yards on that play.
Turnchick down to the Blackford 47. It'll be 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, it looks like a good 6 yards.
I was going to say a long 6, but we'll just leave it at 6.
It's just 6 yards anymore.
Yeah, I'm not going to measure it. 6 yards and 12 inches.
Yeah, right.
You want that specific? This job is all yours.
Exactly. I'm with you there.
There's the pitch, and he's hit pretty quick. He might have got a yard, and I don't know if that's Turnchick or no. That was a different one. I didn't see who the carry was. 1 yard gain on the play. It's 4th down and 5. Now, what did we just talk about with the punt? They've come out, stopped them twice in a row now, and the way the kicks have been going, they may gain 5 yards on this punt.
Now, yeah, Hayes is going to step back to punt this time. It has been Height.
Yeah, well, then watch for the fake. And he's moved up about 3 steps already. He may kick it, though.
Hayes back to punt. He takes the snap, and he gets off a punt, and this one just goes straight. Elam picks it up at about the 17-yard line, and he is hit immediately by number 8, Braden Wagner.
Elam on the return. Wagner on the tackle. It'll be 1st and 10 for Blackford.
4 minutes left in the third quarter. The Bruins have to get something going here in this quarter if they want to have a shot at this game in the end.
I feel like I'm watching the Cincinnati Reds at bat here. There's been no offense this half.
Hey, the best offense is a good defense, right? Isn't that what they used to say?
When it goes 13 innings and you've had 4 or 5 opportunities to score, I guess that isn't always true.
That one tried to go up the middle, and the big guy, I think it's 64.
Was that just, I don't
No, there is no 64, so it must be 68.
1 yard
Dale
gain
Rush
on the
on the tackle.
It'll be 2nd and 9.
Listen to these stats. Senior, 6'4", 330 pounds.
Well, I will tell you the defenses have taken over this game.
Yes.
We've been watching for over 8 minutes now, and neither team has got much positive yardage.
No, they haven't. And Blackford now with a 2nd and 9. Backed up into their territory, and Winger's going to take this one, and he is hit by number 45.
Yep.
And they're going to call him down. That was Hayes who had him. Wasn't able to bring him down, though.
I think they're going to give him the line of scrimmage, but it's going to be 3rd and 9.
Yes, it is.
No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 9 for Blackford.
So the Bruins need to come up with some kind of different offense and not try to run it towards the line of scrimmage, but maybe away from it.
Well, if it wasn't for Hayes' kick there and the good coverage, the middle of the field would be worn out because that's where it's been most of this half.
True.
So hopefully they can come up with something here, get a first down. If not, hopefully they get a good kick away and put this ball back out across midfield.
Yep, absolutely. See high under center. He hands it off to Elam. Elam breaks out towards the outside. He's at the 20, and he's got 3 Oak Hill defenders that he goes down at the 20, and now that's the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 4th and 8.
Picks up 1 yard. It'll be 4th down and 8. He did a lot of running there to only get 1 yard.
Yeah. Did he get a yard? I thought that was the...
I saw the referee move up and the chain moved a little forward,
okay.
so I'm going to give him a yard.
Give him a little bit of running room, and now Elam back to punt.
They got 2 guys back.
Elam gets this one off. That's a good-looking punt. Received at the Bruin 46-yard line, and he takes off running. That's number 3.
31.
Oh, is it 31? I just saw the number 3, so maybe it was it 8?
On the return. Takes the ball down inside the Blackford 40 to the 35, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Oak Hill.
So Oak Hill starting off with really good position, field position at the Bruin 35-yard line.
Well, Blackford's defense has stepped up so far this half, too, and we're down to 2:15, so we've gone 10 minutes and not a whole lot of – I think it's been 4 and out for both teams twice now.
Yes, it has. And McCorkle's going to keep this one.
Pitched it. And they snuffed it out.
Back to the original line of scrimmage at the 35-yard line.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
At one point I saw 99 viewers tonight for tonight's game. That's pretty good for a football game.
Yeah.
The ball's still spotted at the 35. It's 2nd and 10 for the Eagles.
They're in a lot tighter on their offense.
I was going to say they only have 1 receiver, and it looks like McCorkle
put some pressure on him and threw it
away. McCorkle overthrows Taranchik, the intended target.
Incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
And now the Bruins back in good position here, 3rd and 10. Putting the Eagles in a 3rd and long situation. So now they just need to hold this position. But if the Eagles punt this away, that's going to put the Bruins in horrible field position.
Yeah, if they have the same kicker that kicked the last one, Hayes, it could pin him inside the 20 without a good return.
Exactly. McCorkle under center. He has 3 wide outs, and he throws this one well over the head of the intended target, Tristan Hayes.
Pass is incomplete. That'll bring up a 4th down.
So,
And actually, I'm going to go back here. Blackford got the kickoff, so this will be 6 straight possessions, 3 by each team, that it's going to have been 4 and out.
it looks like they're going to go for
Unless-
this
okay.
on 4th and 10.
So I guess I can't say it's completely 6 straight yet. I personally, I mean, you got a 21-point lead. It's okay to do that, but I would kick it and pin Blackford back deep and not give them any life here.
Yeah, absolutely. Looked like they might have tried to draw him off sides. It didn't work. McCorkle steps back. He's got to throw, and he throws it over the head of number 31, Kean Height.
Pass is incomplete. Blackford will take over at their own 35-yard line, 1st and 10.
So it's not great field position, but it's a lot better than if they had punted it.
Yes, if they would have punted it, definitely would have pinned Blackford back deep.
No doubt about it. So Blackford's going to take over on downs. There's 1:22 left in the 3rd quarter. Blackford on their own 35-yard line, and is this the momentum shift that the Bruins need to really put this game back in a competitive position?
Be nice to break a long one here.
On the fumbled snap, Bruins pick it back up, though, for about a yard loss. Elam on the
1
recovery.
yard loss on the play. It'll be 2nd and 11.
And just as I say that, that is the wrong way to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
The ball spotted now at the Bruin 34-yard line as Carson Seahigh comes in to give the play to his teammates. Blackford again in that bunched-up formation. They hand this. No, he keeps this one, and he throws it deep, and golly, just out of reach, and he tried to put it in between 2 Oak Hill defenders and just not successful.
Pass is incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 11. Some good sportsmanship there, too. Oak Hill came over and helped him up.
Yep, I seen that earlier today. Cam Elam had, at the beginning of the game, he came over and helped one Oak Hill player up, and I think he had hit him pretty hard and gave him a hand up. So good sportsmanship by both teams today.
Yeah, that was a tough one. Threw that one in some traffic, and even if he would have caught it, he'd have been hit pretty hard there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's 3rd down and long.
And Seahigh's going to keep it. He does pitch it back out to Elam. Elam jukes the first defender, and they take him down at about the 40-yard line, a pickup of about 5.
Seahigh passes to Elam for a 6-yard gain. It'll be 4th down and 5.
If you guys could, please just go out and hit that little thumb up button. Get out of your live chat, hit the little like button, the thumb up. I would greatly appreciate it.
And I think with the clock down under 10 now, Blackford's going to let this clock run out, and we're going to go to the 4th quarter with the same score we started this quarter with.
And they do. That is the end of the 3rd quarter, and the Bruins back over to the other side of the field coming up.
After 3 quarters, Oak Hill 21, Blackford 0.
And again, a big thank you to our sponsors from last year. We haven't really tried to ask for any so far this year. I know that COVID has kind of hurt us a little bit here as a community. So, we're just going normal right now with no sponsors. But for basketball, if you are interested in sponsorships, I do have a couple of places that are going to get involved with that. One of them is Mitch Waters.
Yeah.
Home Realty or something to that effect.
Yeah. He's got himself in all kinds of stuff now, doesn't he?
Yeah. And
I'll tell you, I'm not having any luck. I'm trying to at least find a score for Center Grove and Cathedral. Not having any luck finding it yet, but I'm not done looking.
let's see if I can find Mitch Waters here. Yes, there he is. And I'll find his card here that he sent me. Maybe. Man, apparently we have been texting a lot here.
Well, it looks like Cathedral actually is up on Center Grove 13-10 in the third quarter. Center Grove led at halftime 10-6. So that two of the top teams in the state going at it tonight down in Indianapolis.
Yeah. Home Experts
Actually,
Realty.
Two of the top teams in the country because both of them are ranked very high in the country.
Yeah. So that sounds like a really good game then.
Yeah. So 13-10. That's going to come down to the wire.
Yep, and you can make the switch with Mitch over at Home Experts Realty. Give him a call. And I wish I'd have gotten his phone number before I closed out.
I don't know. Who
a nice kick.
But that was not Elam.
A good kick.
Is fielded.
That's Bodie Malott.
Tackled at the 32-yard line. Kick by Bodie Malott.
That's Bodie Malott kicking the ball. I guess they got tired of getting pinned and not getting any good field position. So
yeah, well, both teams switched punters there, and other than the fact that Elam was able to break one off for a first down earlier.
Yeah, a good job by Bodie not taking another hit.
Yeah.
On that play, I'm glad it looks like he was just running straight off the field. Oh, a good run by Turnchick. He's got the first down across midfield, and he's down at about the 46-yard line.
Turnchick crosses midfield down to the Blackford 46-yard line. That's good for a first down. Timeout on the field. There's an injury. I don't know who that is on Blackford, but someone's down.
I'm trying to get the camera off of him. We don't show injuries.
Yep.
It is an official timeout, but that looks like Scott Winger.
Oh, boy.
And as the Bruins come over, I'm looking for that number 48, and I do not find it. Cam Elam limping off the field as well.
Yeah, he limped off a couple plays ago. I think he made a run or maybe even caught a pass, and he came off kind of gimpy.
Maybe just took a hit to the muscle. A little thigh bruise or calf bruise, something to that effect maybe. And the fans in the stands got really quiet. You usually can hear some kind of mumblings or murmurs, but not for this one.
Mr. Ugan has corrected me. Cathedral is now leading Center Grove 33-10 early in the third quarter.
I just checked my messages and got the exact same message. Cathedral 33, Center Grove 10, early third quarter.
Well, boy, Center Grove lost that 10-6 lead real quick at halftime. Then. And who was that? Since we were talking,
it was Scott Winger. He did get up and walk away, so
that's good.
Maybe just a little stinger to the thigh or to the ribs. So he is fine. He got up and ran off the field. Eastbrook, with that run, picks up another set of downs on the Bruin 46-yard line. They send a man in motion, the handoff to Turnchick up the middle, and the Bruins stop him just inside of the 45, down to the 44-yard line.
2-yard gain for Turnchick. That'll be 2nd and 8 for Oak Hill. Well, thank you, Mr. Ugan, for sending me that. That is not a good game. That is a blowout. I expected it to be a little bit better than that, and I hope you're doing well while
23 points is a blowout, then worse.
It is when those two teams, because those two teams are good enough that I expected a 13-10 final.
I got you. A 2nd and 8 for the Eagles, one wide out. McCorkle with the handoff to Turnchick, and he does pick up about 5 more yards to add to that one. It'll be a 3rd down and 2 for the Eagles.
Turnchick down to the Blackford 38. It'll be 3rd and 2. Yeah, Cathedral's flexing a little muscle tonight.
It sounds like it. I thought you said this was going to be a good game, and it turned out to be.
Both of them are top teams in the country, and both of them have handled most of their opponents this year. But obviously, Cathedral's just a notch above Center Grove right now.
We've got a false start by Oak Hill, and that's going to back them up. Not what they really wanted. It's going to be a 3rd and 7 now for the Eagles.
5-yard penalty on Oak Hill. It'll be 3rd down and 7.
Did I say Eastbrook again? I said
I think
Eastbrook
you did.
again.
You got Eastbrook on the brain. Hey,
I always do.
You're just practicing for next week.
I
right?
call Mississinawa Eastbrook. I call Oak Hill Eastbrook. I'm sure I call Frankton, Elwood. They're all Eastbrook to me. I can't hear it.
If they had a little red in their uniform, I
No.
could even see that. But
No, absolutely not.
McCorkle drops and throws a short pass to Turnchick, and he is down inside the 18, I think, down to the 17-yard line.
It is the 17-yard line for
McCorkle to Turnchick, down to the 17, good for a 1st down.
And it sounds like the guys behind us who know a little bit more about that guy are calling him Taranchik.
Taranchik, okay.
Yes.
Well, I will try to get that right next time on the PA mic as well. I apologize to any parents that you mispronounce names.
Yeah. We apologize in advance.
That's why when I announce basketball, it's a little bit easier to ask the coach.
Yeah, exactly.
10 people's pronunciations compared to 50.
You know, I wouldn't mind asking the football coaches for some pronunciations before I come up here, but I have to come up here and then walk back down and then walk back up these stairs, and they are miserable.
Taranchik with a 4-yard gain on the play, 2nd and 6.
Yeah.
And we have
getting my steps in. My steps add up to about 5. If I do more than 5 a day, I am upset.
We'll have to talk to Tony about an elevator to the press box here.
See, now that sounds like a really good idea.
Westfield has one, but I'm guessing...
if I remember right, when I drive by Westfield's score booth, they're sponsored by IU Health.
Yeah. Nice place to advertise right on the highway, right on the back.
Right on 31, yeah.
3rd down and 4. Yeah, and they've also got a lot of auto sponsors, and of course
they have like 5 or 6 sponsors on the back side.
You don't put a $12.5 million facility in and not have some sponsorship.
A $12.5 million football stadium.
Yep.
Oh, that run right up the middle, a nice gap. And number 10, Blake Fox runs in to put Oak Hill up 27-0.
Reaches the end zone for the Golden Eagles. Well, the defense had held up pretty strong until right there, and just a little bit of a crack in the armor, and Oak Hill goes down and adds to their lead. So with 8:40 to go, it's 27-0 with the PAT coming.
The PAT kicked by Mark Severe. I think I went to school with a Mark Severe. I wonder if that's his son.
At Eastbrook?
No. I went to school in Marion.
Okay.
And the PAT is good. The Eagles up 28-0.
And with 8:40 to go in the game, it's Oak Hill 28, Blackford 0. So you were a Marion Giant.
Yep, I was a Marion Giant, graduated in 1994. And if I remember right, the Severe that I'm thinking of either graduated in 93 or 95, 96. Maybe he graduated in 94. I don't know. Maybe he graduated earlier than that. I think my wife might have worked with a Severe when she worked over at, it used to be called Bradner Village on Bradner Avenue. But I think it's called Miller's now. So, I'm not sure. Good questions.
That's my job, right? Ask good questions.
Ask good questions, and you do a really good job of it. You do a really good job.
See, I have to do it outside the home, because if I ask very many questions at home, not going to go as smooth as those interviews do. I can tell you that right now.
I know that feeling.
I get so many per month, and once I cross the line,
you know it. You know it. Now, you have a son that's been doing really well in cross country this year, right? I thought I seen a picture of him holding up a trophy.
Yeah, he's been all conference and all county 2 years in a row, and the school had never won a cross country sectional in 55 years, and last Saturday they went back to back. He unfortunately got hurt last Saturday. He had a hamstring issue that we've been working all week to try to get him ready for regional tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it was a bad day to be named Caden. I think I put that on my post because Caden Shoemaker is the only senior on our team, and he literally, we were told, ran the last mile and a half really not knowing where he was.
Really?
I don't know whether it was a diabetic or dehydration, but he collapsed as soon as he hit the finish line. Doesn't remember much of any of it.
Really?
And, I know earlier this week he's still struggling to get his energy and stuff back. So,
Oh, wow.
the boys are seeded third or fourth tomorrow, and the hopes are if they go out and run like they're supposed to, then they'll get to go to semi-state.
Well, we wish them luck. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Blackford's entire team made it to regionals this year. The first time since 2008, if I remember the Doug Osborne post. That run by number 10.
Who is that?
Taylor Glosson picks up a great run. He was
Lawson on the carry.
being carried for an extra yard or a yard and a half on that one after being hit.
Second down and 8. Yeah, I actually communicate with Noah Kitterman's parents.
Jessica.
Know Jessica
Yep.
real well and coached Brian when he was younger. Not to give away my age, but yes. And, we actually I don't know that we ran into Blackford anywhere this year because a couple of the invitationals we were supposed to run with
The
them,
handoff to Hernandez.
were canceled or were so restricted fan-wise that I don't know if they were there or
Yeah.
not.
That's tough.
Who'd you say that was that carried?
Hernandez.
Hernandez on the carry, a gain of
And once you're
6,
done with that,
a long 3rd and 2.
Hernandez received the kickoff.
Okay.
And he ran straight to the sideline and got hit, and I think he fell forward an extra 5 yards.
Yeah, well, whoever returned it had a good return.
Yes, he did. And it was Hernandez that returned it. Oh, almost draws Oak Hill offside. They hand it off to Hernandez again, and he picks up a yard and a half. And now it's going to be a 4th and about a yard.
Hernandez on the carry. It's going to be 4th down and short. So I could say 4th down and use my wife's name, but that would get me into trouble too.
Boy, you keep talking about your wife, and you're going to be in real trouble. You get home.
Well, I'm pretty sure she's not watching this. So.
I guess you're pretty lucky then. Hopefully nobody will send her screenshots.
Okay, Tony has gotten back with me, and he said something happened on Mac Preps, and they are saying it's Cathedral up 13-10 with just over a minute to go in the game.
Hernandez jumps over the pile, picks up a 4-yard gain, and gets the first down.
Hernandez on the carry and picks up a 1st down for Blackford.
Hernandez really coming on strong here at the end of this game and giving the Bruins hopefully that push that they need to keep charging forward.
So Tony's note said 13-10 Cathedral with 1 minute to go in the game. Cathedral had a 4th and 1 at Center Grove 42, and Center Grove just called their last time out. So that is a good game after all.
Very good game it sounds like. And this game turning into being a good one. Bruins pick up the first down on their own 40-yard line as Seahigh takes the snap. He hands out one. No, he throws it, and Hernandez picks it up, and he's running. And, man, he got bent backwards on that one.
Man, he's taking a beating.
Yes, he is, but he stands right up, hands the ball to the official, goes over to Coach Seahigh, and Seahigh talking to him a little bit more. A good job by
to Hernandez, a pickup of 6 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
a good job by the 5'6", 140-pound, I think is what he is, 140-pound sophomore for the
diving over
Bruins.
the pile for a 1st down and then taking a hit right there. I'd be going, Coach, I need a break.
And no,
there.
he reminds me a lot of his older brother Melvin Hernandez.
That ran last year?
Yep, just 2 years ago, wasn't
2
it?
years ago, okay.
Yeah, last year, no, so it would have been 2 years ago.
And I didn't see that ball carrier. 24?
24 is Evan Dobbs.
Dobbs on the carry. No gain. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
And Hernandez comes back into this one. It's a 3rd down and 4 on the Bruin 46-yard line, and the Bruins seem like they have a little bit of momentum going into this drive here.
Finishing with the strong drive, I think, is important going into sectional week.
And Seahigh is going to keep this ball. He gets out to the 45. Nope, they're going to take him back to about the 44-yard line.
1 yard loss on the play. It'll be 4th down and 6. Actually, if he would have handed that one off to the guy up the middle, he only got hit once, so it might have, of course, hindsight.
Hindsight's always 20/20.
It looks like we're going to get Malott back on the field to punt this away with 4:10 to go in the game.
Winger, the long snapper. Malott back to punt. Malott standing just on the 36-yard line. Receives it, runs over, gives the rugby-style kick, kicks it away. And it looks like a fair catch at about the Eagles' 33.
Oak Hill will take over 1st and 10 at their own 33 after the punt by Malott. Yeah, I've actually thought on a couple of those podcasts of getting hold. I've talked to Chris Coy and Kean Coy, getting a hold of Chris Wilson and Jason Short, Dustin Sills, because Blackford had a cross-country team that went to the state a couple years in a row.
Really?
And just to talk to them and get to find out what those experiences were like. That's, not a lot of people can say they've participated in the state tournament unless you're a swimmer at Carmel or on the tennis team down
Ain't
there.
that the truth? Oh, this handoff, 10 yards. He's at the 50, down at about the 43-yard line.
Who was that?
They're saying something about
I didn't see a number.
Blake
Right.
Fox. It's
Fox.
number 10.
Fox on the carry inside the Blackford 40-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Golden Eagles.
We've got our first final score, Eastbrook 61, Madison Grant 8.
Ooh.
The ball spotted at the Bruins 43-yard line after that Blake Fox run. And they still just have one receiver now. McCorkle hands it off. He had to stretch out to get that one, and I didn't see who had it, but they...
It's right here in front of me, and it looks like that was number 10 again.
Number 10, Blake Fox. He gets down to about the 39-yard line.
Fox
It's going to be...
down to the 39. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
2nd and 7 for...
Madison Grant may be taking their lumps right now, but I do know they're a very young team, and I've got to work with their new strength and conditioning coach, and he's a very enthusiastic and energetic young man that I know has high hopes for them down the road.
Good. I'd love to see the CIC and all teams in the CIC being competitive. I hate the idea of coming out here and steamrolling someone, and Fox off to the races again. And he gets knocked out of bounds by it looked like number 80, William Hardy.
Fox is down to the Blackford 19-yard line for a 1st down for Oak Hill.
Yeah, it looks like number 80, William Hardy, pushed him out of bounds. You said it was at the 18?
Marked him at the 19, I believe. I'm trying to pick the angle out here, but...
Yeah, that looks... I'm looking at the ball, and it looks more like the 18 to me, but... Oh, well. We'll call it the 19, 1st and 10.
I'm older than you. Give me something here.
I got you. We'll call it the 18 and a half.
Okay. There we go.
The handoff goes back to Fox, and he is wrapped up by Hernandez. Boy, we are calling his name. Now, wait a second.
He's ran it several times in a row.
That might be 24.
Gain of 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 7. See, I won't say a name then.
Yeah.
Did you
Do
see
we
how
have
that worked?
Evan Dobbs? I think that
we
is.
each gave a little bit there. We just accomplished more than our political parties have, and I don't know how long.
Oh, don't talk that now. I'm trying to keep off of politics.
Well, I was just saying we worked together well there to give in a little bit there. I'm going to leave it at that.
Received an email after COVID from a guy that I don't know. There's a flag, and it's a false start on Oak Hill.
False start on Oak Hill, 5-yard penalty. It'll be 2nd down and 12.
Zach, you are hereby banned from retracting all of your comments. Come on. Let's own up to him here. I saw it. It did not hurt my feelings. It did not offend me.
Yeah.
Just roll with it. I like good banter. But, yeah, he sent me an email. I think he was blaming me for interviewing Governor Holcomb.
Oh, my gosh.
And called him a whole bunch of names, and I was like, look, I interviewed the guy because he's a nice guy.
5-yard pickup. It'll be a 3rd down and 7. Well, and
then he called him Hitler, and I just shut it down from there.
If you get a chance to interview somebody like the governor or even a senator or anybody down there, it's just a good time to make a connection and talk to the person.
Yeah, and I even, when Governor Holcomb came to those 2 interviews, I made it very clear that I would not talk politics with him. I only wanted to talk basketball, and that was it.
Yep.
And this guy made it out. He was like, well, under that, you would have interviewed Hitler. And I really, honestly, I wanted to say, yeah, I probably would have. I mean, Time Magazine named him Man of the Year. So, yeah, I probably would have before he started executing Jews.
3-yard pickup. It'll be 4th and 4. Well, we're 40 seconds here.
40 seconds to go in the 4th. And I know that sounds kind of bad, but, I mean, nobody...
When you interview someone like that, it really doesn't have anything to do with politics. No. It's, who this person is. And I've actually thought about seeing if he wanted to talk about basketball just because he's shown up to watch Luke a couple times and just say, hey, what's your infatuation that you come to watch?
You know why he comes to those games?
Why?
Because they're both the games that he came to were Muncie Burris games.
Okay.
Timeout Oak Hill with 10.6 seconds.
Interestingly enough, I know Burris is AD well enough that we've talked about they're supposed to play Burris at Worthen this year, or
yes, they're playing at Worthen.
We've talked about possibly doing the PA that night.
Yeah. So they're playing him at Burris, but the governor has 2 nephews that play on that team.
Gotcha.
That's why he comes to that game.
Gotcha. Well,
if you would listen to our broadcast, you would know that because he said it.
I was probably on the PA that night.
Hey, we're out there on YouTube. You can always just go back and watch it.
I just got a message from someone that Chris Wilson and Dustin Sills' team finished 5th in the state meet under Coach Ron Grogg.
Nice.
Doug Osborne, thank you for that. I knew we had one team finish 5th, but I also knew we had several cross-country teams back in the day with Coy, and Doug's been one of the great runners, and Ron Sharp that we had at our school as well.
And a great job by our Bruins for making it to regionals as a team. Another score, Frankton 34, Alexandria 26 with 2 minutes to go in the 3rd.
That's becoming a good game, and Oak Hill's going to kneel, let the clock run out.
Nope. The clock should stop because it's 4th down. It's going to be a turnover on downs, and the Bruins might try to get one more good play in here.
Well, that was pretty good sportsmanship that they didn't try to punch that in. And, Doug, I will tell you, I made an announcement wishing the cross-country kids good luck tomorrow. Obviously, that sport has grown on me. Not enough to where I participate. But I do thoroughly enjoy watching my son and the other kids that how tough they have to be physically and mentally to get through that sport. I've really learned a lot. And Tony Teets would be a good one for me to get a hold of and talk to as well with all the success that he had here.
And let's see what Blackford decides to do. And they go ahead and take a knee. And that is going to be your final score. The Bruins were not able to get one in the end zone or through the uprights. And they lose 28-0 to the Oak Hill Golden Eagles. And Tara Rice says, Mr. Grogg, haven't heard that name in a while.
Tonight's final of the Central Indiana Conference battle, Oak Hill 28, Blackford 0. And I want to thank Tony just sent me a message that Center Grove scored with 16 seconds left to go in the game and beats Cathedral 17-13.
Oh, really? What a game.
Yeah, and I turned down some free tickets, but I'd rather be here with you and watching my school play and everybody else that's in here as well. And sorry, I didn't forget your name, but you looked like a bandit when I first looked at you. Lost my train of thought. I was getting ready to get robbed. Yeah, I did get water tonight. So
we did get some water in here tonight for those that are concerned about us.
not going to be parched as I'm driving home.
Like last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, the Blackford had some very good drives. They shot themselves in the foot with some penalties when they were making some progress. Both teams played very well defensively for most of the second half. Oak Hill obviously pitching a shutout. Had a good game defensively tonight. And, like we talked about before the game, that's a program that's progressing, turned things around over the last couple years, and has a lot of momentum getting ready to go into the sectional, which is what you want.
Yeah, absolutely.
Blackford, on the other hand, I think their main goal right now has got to be to get everybody healthy, well, and back out on the field for next week. Eastbrook is not an easy challenge, but, I was talking to Tony earlier after the draw came out, and I said, you don't have to be better than them 365 days. You have to be better than them for 3 hours.
That's
one
it.
time.
That's it.
And anything can happen in high school with high school kids. So they just have to regroup, get healthy, and put something together next week that, keep Eastbrook's offense off the field, put together some long drives, and give yourself a shot.
Yeah, I think what they've got to do next week is basically just do something that Eastbrook's not expecting.
Yeah.
What do you have to lose at this point? They know what you're going to do. They know it before you're going to do it. So at this point, I think that Coach Seahide just needs to come out with something different. And I know it may seem like a lot to change everything that you've learned all season long right before your final game. But like I say, at this point, Eastbrook stomped a mud hole in the regular season, and you don't want it to seem like you're going down without a fight. And I would just love to see Blackford come out and do something that they haven't done all season. Maybe do more passing. Maybe hand the ball off to that Brian Hernandez just a little bit more often because he seemed to be coming alive here. I'd love to see him get the ball a little bit more. And other than that, it's going to be a tough game next week. We will not be broadcasting it, but Ed Thurman will still have the call over at PGWradio.com. You can listen to it over there. But I look forward to seeing the Bruins, and hopefully they can at least make it a close game, unlike the regular season. And if they can do that, it'll be a successful day.
Well, Jeff Adamson just is a fantastic person, a fantastic coach, and I don't know what you can say about them that they really never rebuild.
No.
They really just reload, and they've been dominant. I think they've won the conference every year they've been in it, but maybe twice since they've joined. And he just does a great job, and that was probably the toughest draw you could get, and not just by Blackford, by anybody around.
Oh yeah.
They've been to the state a couple years in a row, and I'm sure their goal is to do
continue.
it again.
Yeah.
And I know we have a Blackford graduate, Bill Starr, whose son is on that team, and I do wish him well. But like you said, I hope Blackford comes out next week. Put your best game together. Go out and be better in Eastbrook for 3 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
And, at the end, if you've given everything you've got and played your best game and you still come up short, that's all you can do.
Yeah, that's
all you
it.
can do.
Yeah.
And but you want to come out and give them your best.
Yes.
You want to come out and give them your best. And
I would like to see some gimmicks in there.
Yeah,
that's just
yeah.
me.
Well,
what do
like
you
you said, you don't
like I
have
said, what do you
anything
got to lose?
Yeah. So well, and hope things go well for him. And again, I hope Malott recovers from the accident, and hopefully Winger's okay from him and Elam both. They're kind of limping around a little bit.
Yeah, we're a banged-up team, that's for sure.
Yeah, and it's been one of those years. I mean, you dealt with COVID. You've dealt with a lot of things. I know they had at least one game canceled that was probably a good opportunity for a win. But you just have to keep plugging, and now it's a one-game season every week.
Exactly, and that's what you get when you get into the postseason. To be quite honest with you, I'm surprised we've made it this far. and haven't shut down the season and the tournament.
Yep.
And with the way things are going in the state of Indiana, with the governor continuing the mask mandate and the positive case rate rising as much as it is, and I believe I even heard that hospital stays or hospitalizations are actually up as well with COVID. So with that, if I remember right, back in March when this whole thing started, or maybe it was May, June, April, sometime around there, they said that this thing would flare back up around October, and I think we're seeing that. And so, you know, what we do here forward is only going to either increase the chances of us going back on a lockdown, or it's going to decrease it, and maybe we can ride this thing out and get what we need and get back to normal.
Well, I think the thing everybody's got to remember, and I know Tony has preached this, and I don't want to be up on my soapbox, but we were unable to go watch my son compete in 3 cross-country races.
Yeah.
And that's people spread out over a 3-mile course outside, and you know, my wife and I just kind of took the attitude that this is for the kids. And I know people don't like wearing the masks. I know they don't like the reduced crowds that are allowed. But I am very thankful that not just my son, but every kid that participates in athletics has been able to do so this fall. You know, I talked to a principal last night, David Parker, and he said, you know, athletics is not everything, but it is a big part of the high school experience.
Yes, it is.
And, you know, I felt terrible for the kids last spring, your son included, and Tony, for not getting that opportunity. And I'm just thankful that for the most part, you know, even if you have a 25-game basketball schedule set and you only get to play 16 games, you got to play 16 games.
Exactly.
So I think that you just have to be thankful for these kids' opportunities that they are getting, and wish them the best and wish them health and safety. And Tony, especially thinking about you at this time, hopefully that you get recovered and can get back to what you're doing as soon as possible.
Yeah, absolutely, and we definitely want to send out our thoughts and prayers to Tony. Keep charging, keep moving ahead, and we're thinking about you and waiting for you to get back in that big seat in the brand new office. But with that, you got any last words?
No, I just Blackford's got to eliminate mistakes. When they put drives together next week like they did tonight, they can't afford those penalties that take you from 3rd and 2 to 3rd and 7.
Right.
Hopefully Sehigh's arm gets better, and that will be able to be, you know, throwing the ball is going to be important against Eastbrook because they're very well known against Blackford to load the box.
Yeah, his arm didn't look too bad tonight.
No.
So
I can remember some of the better teams Blackford had back in 03, 04. That
was back during the Walker Strait era.
Eisenberg, Von Villen, kids. We got beat one year. It was like 6. But Eastbrook will load the box because if they can stop the run and you have to beat them with the pass, it becomes very difficult. And very smart staff, and I know his staff's been together for a long time, but you've got to eliminate those small mistakes to have any chance.
Absolutely.
And to give yourself a chance. Don't be like Phillip Rivers where, Phil's great when the Colts have a lead, but if the game gets tight, that's when the turnovers have bit them against Jacksonville and last week against Cleveland. And you just don't want to give people extra opportunities. And it looks like the kids are coming back out. I don't know what they're doing, but it looks like they're having a little fun here. And but I wish them well and wish them health and safety. And we'll just see what happens. Like I said, 3 hours. That's all it takes. 3 hours.
Right. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. As a matter of fact, it says 2 hours and 40 minutes.
There you go. Doesn't even take 3 hours.
Doesn't even take 3 hours.
I appreciate you having me help you tonight. I
appreciate
that.
you helping.
Hey, absolutely. Absolutely. Always fun.
I appreciate it. All right, with that, we're going to sign off here. Thanks for watching Blackford Sports Network. Please give us a like. Share the video with all of your friends, especially those from Oak Hill, so that they can see just how special we are here and how much we enjoy them watching our games as well. So, again, please like, share, and throw a comment on one of our broadcasts. That helps us out tremendously, and it doesn't take much from you. It doesn't take any money, and we appreciate that. So with that, for Chris Landis, I'm Steve Hurd, and we're signing off.